Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Jeff Pistola with you as we're back on deck here in the Call of the Wild. Of course, the vibe of the Hills Football League returning after a week's break for the State Country Championships. And we find ourselves out here for the first time this season at Thomas Foods International Park, or ground out here in Lobethal, for the big clash between the hosting Tigers and the Hahndorf Magpies, doubling up as the Courier Cup final this afternoon. And once again, we must thank our valuable sponsors and supporters: Chris Shaw Accounting, Mortgage Choice, Closey's, GE Hughes Construction, and of course Thomas Foods International. So round 13 action out here. And of course, a special big welcome also to our listeners on board through Lofty 88.9 FM. Well, I must personally say, after a week in the sun up in North Queensland, to return to the hills in time for this afternoon's big game. It's a little bit dreary out here in the Valley of Praise, but we'll soldier on. But first real account, I suppose, of seriously, we've had a few couple of wet Saturdays, but this is probably the wettest it's been so far this season, so it'll be interesting to see how the teams adapt to that. So cast of thousands here, they're all refreshed after a week's break, as I said. Big welcome to this man, Benny Goldfitch. G'day, Benny.
Yeah, Pistols. Great to be here from Cuba Logistics Oval in Lobethal, and the Call of the Wild is quite an apt name here for today's game. It's very blowy, windy, wet weather, and looking forward to this big clash, though, Courier Cup final. Between the two top sides from last year, so it should be a ring-a-ding.
And fantastic to have this man back on board. He was on the sick list our last broadcast, of course, out at Nairn Oval, which is Cube Logistics Oval. We're actually at Thomas Foods International
Park.
Right,
so I don't know where I am.
That's right. They probably change it each week as they do. I tell you what, some of the SANFL grounds have got no idea when it used to be Unley Oval, Richmond Oval. Now it's who knows. Fuyong's Rent-A-Car or whatever, North Cairns. But anyway, good to welcome this man back, Robbie Shearer. G'day, Rob.
Boys, good to be back, I'll tell you. And Pistols, good to see you come back from the reef, mate. Me and Benny on Wednesday night on the huddle was we were playing love songs, weren't we, Benny? It was a bit of a love fest. So,
well, I tell you what, boys. Sometimes you got to counter your fears or your phobias. Open water swimming is probably not my forte, but did see a stingray. The Steve Irwin Memorial Stingray was floating around.
They can keep them.
And I was told there was no shark, so at least I got out and did it. So pretty happy. But a fantastic place to visit. North Queensland, if you get the opportunity, just go away. And at this time of year, as we say in the Valley of Praise, looking at the scene here, 2 days ago out on the sun deck of a boat on the Barrier Reef, in the sun and the shorts. And
well, I reckon, Pistols, this would be the worst day or the most football type weather day that we've had for 18 months. I reckon. I don't think we had one like this last year.
No, I think
Mate, I think it was back in 19 at Lofty that day. Remember, that was a shocker.
The 3 points.
Onkers, yeah. The Onkers and Lofty in the mud. That was a shocker.
You're probably quite right. It's been
Sammy kicked 5 that day.
That's right, won him the game. But as we said, out the Valley of the Praise, no much expectation because we've got the two top sides going. And of course, the grand finals last year. Hahndorf, of course, what are they going for? Goldie, 14 wins in a row. Their last defeat actually coming at the hands of Lobethal in that second semi-final. So the two sides and traditional rivals have had in the history of the Hills Football League quite a interesting tussles at times and premierships and the Courier Cup. So interesting, Benny. I think I'm right. The Courier Cup will be presented as it is between the two top sides at the halfway mark of the season when they next meet. The cup's up for grabs and also $500 this afternoon to the winner.
Yes.
But I'm right in believing Hahndorf have actually maintained the trophy. I think they only give it back just for the presentation since 2015.
That's correct, 2015. And I'll just, as you mentioned that, I'll actually bring up the previous winners of the Courier Cup dating back to 2000. Just bear with me here.
Bear with the man who's doing all the good work, Benny Goldfitch.
Actually, I've got it now. Here we go.
All right.
So recent Courier Cup A-grade winners since 2000 to 2020. So Hahndorf won in 2000. Blackwood won in 2001. Lobethal won in 2002. That was the last time they won. Mount Barker, they got a few in the early 2000s, 2003, 2004. And then 2005. Haven't got it here. Mount Lofty won 2006, 2008, 2009. Blackwood won in 2005. There we go. And 2001. And your Adlers also won a couple. 2014, 2007. Mount Barker's also won 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. And Hahndorf, as you said, they've won the last 6. Yep.
Right, so as we said, the Hahndorf Magpies quite dominant with their premierships and also the Career Cup competition. And once again, also, we've got the great man on deck this afternoon, Dallas Rogers, who's braving the cold out under the marquee with the producing and the camera work. No doubt some good work there. And, of course, the boys, these guys will be really refreshed because, probably spent all the day, the weekend off just tidying up the stats that matter. And, of course, very good afternoon to Indy 500 Rogers and Jaden J. Hill. G'day, boys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pistols. Well, I have to say it's probably been one of the worst weeks in terms of weather of the year, and it's no surprise that it's occurred in July. Mind you, wet conditions have never stopped Hahndorf from pummeling certain teams, so we could certainly anticipate something similar today, although I reckon Lobethal is realistically the only team that could challenge the current ladder leaders at the moment, and that could also come finals time. Of course, we know Lobethal beat Hahndorf last year, as stated before, in the finals, and that was Hahndorf's first loss since the 2018 Anzac Day clash against Mount Barker, so very big one there. But I suppose more statistics would be suited to take it over to Jaden J. Hill.
Geez, thanks, Indy. Thanks, boys. Yeah, great to be here today. Just some stats about the Career Cup. So the home team has, in the last 10, the home team has won 6 times and the away team has won 4 times out of the last 10 Courier Cups. And the last time these two teams played in the Courier Cup final was 2016 in round 13, where Hahndorf beat Lobethal by 84 points. So there's that stat there for you, boys. The head-to-head count between these two teams, they've met 27 times, and Hahndorf have won 23 of those times, and Lobethal have won 4 of those times. Head-to-head at Lobethal, Hahndorf have won 8 and Lobie have won 2. And the average margin between these two teams is 56.7 overall, and at Lobethal it's a 57.6, so it's just about identical there. And just some stats regarding this year's for the two teams playing today. So Lobethal at home, they average a score of 72.6, and Hahndorf away average a score of 116.4. So it could be a 40-point margin, but I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit closer today. They're Pistols, so there's the stats that matter.
Well, the break hasn't affected you, boys. Well done. Now, tell us, how did you spend the break there, Indy?
Yeah, it didn't get up to too much, to be honest. I think community football's become my primary hobby on the weekends now, at least, and yeah, I've been keeping track of a variety of different leagues, of course. There's many different leagues around the country, both in and out of South Australia as well, that I always try to keep a little bit of an eye on. And yeah, I've certainly been interested in some of the results occurring all across the country. Certainly been paying a bit of attention to the Adelaide Footy League as well. But of course, I always love it up here in the hills. You can't really get an experience like the hills anywhere else. And I mean, the sun's come through, even in the worst week of weather.
Good to see you all nice and rugged up too, Indy, so you're not going to freeze this week, mate.
Yeah, so I learned from that little hamper back at Balhanna a couple of weeks ago. Didn't bring the jacket, and it was 4 degrees in that game. I'm certainly not accustomed to these conditions, and it'll probably be a couple more years, actually, before I finally ready to deal with it week in, week out. But yeah, I've loaded up with the jacket and didn't bring the gloves this time, so hopefully the fingers don't come off. But yeah, certainly looking forward to it.
All right, here during the reserves game, it's Hahndorf top of the ladder, 8-7, leading Lobethal 1 goal. Scoreboard just changing it, sorry, 1-7, so 7 straight goal margin, 8-7 to 1-7 in the reserves curtain raiser here. And we're about midway through the final term. Here's the sun trying to poke through over the Valley of Praise here. Of course, still the scars of that unfortunate situation they had, last year, December with the fires coming through. And a bit of grass still starting to come through and shoots on the tree, but you can still see how devastating it was and how lucky the community of Lobethal was. and we might have a chat to someone involved with the footy club during the half-time break and just talk about how the club's recovered and actually the community as a whole. So now, boys, we might, for those who haven't joined us, a week seems a long time in footy. We might just go through and the last rounds and how the competition sits at the moment here on the Call of the Wild Hills Football League Division 1. So results last round, Mount Lofty 10-8 defeated the Raiders 4-8. Nan Bremer, of course, in the game we called Nan Bremer 9-9 defeated, Blackwood 9-9 defeated Nan Bremer 7-9. And again, that once again, the Rams had their opportunity to win it, leading at half-time, but of course the second half just coughed it up, unfortunately. Uradla, big winners, and well, I've always had a hankering for Uradla throughout the season. They're coming home well, starting to gel under new coach Dean Turlick. They absolutely smashed the divisional Demons battle against Chunga. Uradla 19-10 defeated the Chunga 7-1. As I think Goldie mentioned earlier, Lobethal in very good form defeated their old rivals down the road in Onka Valley very easily, 19-9 to 4-9. And Hahndorf took care of another one of their rivals in Mount Barker, 19-22 to 4-4. So Robbie Sherwood, and you know, we've seen Hahndorf a lot of times this season. We anticipate that it'll be a close game, but at least both these teams coming today with good wins under their belt.
Yeah, I mean, when we saw them, we anticipated a close game, didn't we, in round 3? I think it was when Hahndorf belted them. But yeah.
Well, I think up to quarter time there's only a goal in it.
Yeah,
and then
that's right. And Lobey had a few out.
I think Lobey kicked the first goal of the second term. So
yeah, they did.
The Squid,
yep.
Alex George, I think.
Yep.
This is game on, and then.
Yeah, and then they did a Blackwood on them, didn't they? So. Yeah, I mean they're a great side, so I'm expecting a close game. A lot of it to do with the weather, but they've got a lot of their players back, and like you said, Pistols, both of them had really good wins last week. So and we saw Onkers the week. We were talking about it during the week, Goldie, weren't we? We thought Onkers played pretty well against Hahndorf when we saw them and called it.
And then a week Lobethal.
Yeah,
later, I watched the highlights of that Lobethal Onkers game. I think they kicked the first 11 goals of that match. That's some of the best football I've seen all year.
Yeah. So it's going to be really a great battle, and not sure which way, whether the wind's going across the ground, boys, or whether it's.
Well, you can see the Pope's chimney. It's just.
Maybe going across the ground.
Yeah, it could be across the ground a bit.
We've also got some some winter type firework going over there.
Yeah. So I'll go and start a fire, boys, and we'll see where it comes from.
Now, Call of the Wild Facebook page,
yes,
YouTube. Call of the Wild Facebook page, YouTube, Hahndorf and Lobethal Facebook pages, and of course, if you just want to listen on the FM, it's Lofty 88.9. Got a comment coming in here. Scott Ofterhide.
Yes.
He says it's 23 degrees and sunny up here today in Noosa, boys. Go well today, Tiger Army.
Well,
and just on that, Goldie, you made a good point. You put the post up. We put the post up Tuesday night, I think it was.
Yes. And
we've had over nearly 2,500 views on that post. So both clubs have put it out there and promoted it, and they're right behind.
Well, last year's grand final, the feed shut down. We had so many people tuned in for that Lobethal Hahndorf grand final. So this is potentially early taste of what might come later in the year.
I tell you, out of Chunga last year, the grand final was another feed that shut down. The steak sandwich caravan, because Shane Collins didn't leave. They sold out. So it's a big feed there as well.
Well, hopefully we've got Colo as a guest commentator during the finals. So.
Now, it doesn't matter where you go, there's interest in Hills football. Small world, up the Daintree, when was it? Last Thursday? Anyway, on the cruise boat, looking at the Crocs. And bloke come up and we got talking about where they're from, Adelaide Hills, and his first question was, is Hahndorf still winning?
Oh, really?
So, the respect of Hahndorf has spread all over the continent. So, yeah, Scott, I can sympathise with you, mate, being up there in the warmth, having had 6 days and 28, 27 degrees and up in Cairns and then coming back to this. But I can tell you what, Lobethal's living up to its wintry element, and the Valley of Praise is certainly... not praising the sun this afternoon, but as we said, a bit of drifting rain coming through once again. So, we've seen Hahndorf play a couple of games in the wet, moving the ball on, and not the more you use the ball in these conditions, the more you're likely to turn it over. But Hahndorf still have that precision movement in these conditions.
no,
don't
I
they?
think they won by over 100 points last time we saw them in the wet.
Yeah, no, I mean, Sheeny got leather poisoning that day, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Yenchi and the Stallion. I mean,
Oval's looking good though,
yeah, it is.
not
It
too
is.
chopped up.
So it'd be a lot better than a lot of the other ovals. So, yes, a pleasant surprise in that regard.
Now, we might just run through why at the moment here, the top 5, how it sits at the moment, how this repercussions of this game. So Hahndorf sitting on top out of 12 rounds. They've won 12, obviously, on 24. Lobethal have won 9 on 18. Then we have your Raider districts we just talked about, just starting to move.
Yeah, they are.
Have won 7. They're on 14. Blackwood on 7 wins, so percentage between those two. Then we fall back to the Raiders, who won their first 5 games in a row, boys. Don't forget. They're stuck on 6 wins. Then just holding off Onka Valley and Mount Lofty on 5 wins.
Yeah.
Then we go down to Echunga, Nan, Bremer and Mount Barker, amazingly sitting on the bottom. So, the games today, Goldie.
Yeah,
if
there's
I'm
some
right.
big games. There are some big games today, especially the Blackwood Mount Lofty game. Mount Barker Nan, you need.
Yeah, well, the
They
Spoon.
could still, play a.
Nan Bremer have never beaten Mount Barker in A-grade competition.
Really?
No. So
And it's
today,
at the Mud Hole.
and it's at the New Summit. It's at the New Summit Sports. So, be interesting to see how that holds up, as you said, Robbie Shearwood. The other games we're looking at this afternoon, which we'll try and update with scores for you. Your Raiders playing your Raiders, so very important game. They'll be on the draw at
Pistols, just no one. So if you Raider win today, it's the first time in 8 years that they've beaten Bridgewater at Bridgewater.
Carlington.
And the Canes at Carlington.
Carlington, sorry, yeah,
And,
Carlington. So
and just on that,
the
too,
first time in 8 years.
and just on that, boys, too, there's only 2 games at Carlington today. So your Adler, I know, are upset that they've got to play against the Iron Raiders at Ironbank. So
Yeah, look, we've had this discussion before. You think, why shouldn't Ironbank kids be allowed to play in front of their home
Yeah.
grounds? I
Yep.
know they're playing Kersbrook today. That's a big
Yep.
game.
Oh, it's a big day at Kersbrook, Ironbanks.
yeah,
So, yeah, it's... Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes you've got to put your... Yeah.
I can understand. I mean, I know they're happy that it's not their home game.
Yeah.
So
But,
it's not their
Well,
revenue.
well,
It's not
that's
their
right.
revenue. So, but yeah. And talking to Don Watton during the week, they're having a big day there at Ironbank today with the opening of the new change room.
1:15.
Opening
Yeah.
your new shed.
New shed today, 1:15. So it'll be open probably.
Okay, so other games. Echunga hosting Onka Valley. That's an important game for both of them. As I said, Onka's been a bit hot and cold, but Echunga really, if they can win that game today, that will show that they are still in the finals mix. As we said, Lobie and Hahndorf and Mount Barker, Nan Bremer. Now in Country Division, Kangarilla taking on Birdwood, the Blues going very well. Ironbank versus Kersbrook, as we just previously discussed. So a big game, particularly for Kersbrook and Ironbank. Really haven't beaten a side above them, so they'll be looking to do that. Meadows, Torrens Valley. Torrens Valley starting to improve season.
Yeah, got a couple of
this year.
players, I believe, from Central.
Yeah, and
so
they've certainly been improved competitively. They had a win, which was good for them earlier in the year. And the final game, Gumaraka taking on Macclesfield. Macclesfield coming home with a bit of a wet sail, a couple of wins on the board. Particularly, they beat Kersbrook not long ago. So it wouldn't be an easy game for Gumaraka, just over the hill here from Lobethal Oval. So in the Country Division ladder as it stands, Kersbrook and Kangarilla on top, Kersbrook second, both on 16. Gumaraka Meadows on 14. Ironbank on 10, just ahead of Mackie on percentage. Then we have Birdwood on 6 and Torrens Valley on 2. So you suggest that perhaps the bottom two, amazingly, Birdwood last year's grand finalists will probably miss out this year. They've had a bit of a dog of the year in their centenary season, boys.
and
with
a lot of
etc.
injuries, I think, too, Pistols. So they
So-
haven't had a lot of luck.
So a bit disappointing here. Now, boys, we look at this. As I said, Hahndorf coming in this 12 wins. Lobie with 9. But just the scoring power. I know it's a wet day today, but 500 more points to the Magpies. And you just think... so I just as the final siren goes here, it's been a win 8-7 to 2-8. So just under 6 goal margin there to the Hahndorf Magpies. So you just wonder where the goals are going to come for Lobethal. When you look at leading goal kicker Petrenko at the moment with 35, then we drop back to Luke Roberts 25, Cooper Nykamp 26, and also Benny Salt on 26. Leading goal kicker for the Tigers is actually Mitch Carter, 32, so he's second on the list. But then we drop back to Brady Dorr with 13 as their next best, so they don't have that scoring potential that the others do. So, yeah, So
No, yeah, just on that, Pistols, Hahndorf's average score is 123, so they average 17 goals per game.
Yes.
And and 15 points, so 123 their average score. And like I said, they average 16 goals in away games as well, and a score of 116. And also their defence, they only concede 4.75 goals average in a game. So their defence holds up well for Hahndorf as well. So be very interesting to see where the goals can come from for Lobethal. They average a score of 72.6 in away games and 13 goals. So hopefully they can get some scoring power on this wet and windy day here.
So as we speak, the sun has just popped its head out from behind the gloomy clouds. So that's a little bit of a positive at the moment.
And here's one for you, boys.
Yes, right.
In talking Hahndorf, Dill Matson, the captain,
Yes.
premiership captain.
Yeah, medalist. Yes.
Was only going to play 3 games this year, and Hahndorf sought permission from the league.
Yes. Permit.
Or whatever. They point blank refused, so he's got to play at least 4 now.
Ah.
So he'll be back real soon. So look, that'll be good.
All right, we might go down to our intrepid man on the boundary as Indy 500 Rogers. Indy.
Yeah, so just a quick update on the conditions. The sun's just come over the ground as we speak, but a lot of mud tracks we see on the oval here. Definitely a lot of scratching at the cleats, as we've seen throughout the course of this game. And yeah, I reckon the studs have certainly pierced the ground quite viciously. You can definitely see some really strong mud scratch. Don't even get me started on the cricket pitch. I don't even want to go over there. I'm sure the players will love it, though. Definitely expect some contested football to be quite dirty today, though. So, yeah, that's about a basic summary of the conditions. The sun's over the ground now. Not sure how much rain we're going to get in the next few hours, but it's very dewy because we know the week we've had, and it's been awful. So the players will want to be ready for that. Mind you, it's never stopped Hahndorf from putting out some of their best football, and they're not shy of any conditions. Haven't seen too much of Lobethal this year, not in conditions like this anyway, but they've got players like Riley. They've definitely got a bit of inside grunt to go with it, so I'm looking forward to it.
Sensational stuff there from the 500 man. That's going to 1,000 man now. I'll tell you
Cleats,
what.
eh?
The cleats, the cleats.
Colo, watch out, Colo. He's our man.
Now, officiating umpires today.
Yes, Mick Taylor.
Sorry, Oldie.
Am I on?
There you go.
That's just
My fault.
Here he is, back in the van, Indy. All right, 3 of the best, biggest names.
3 we got today.
Well, probably self-proclaimed big names. Mick Taylor, Andrew Holmes, and Travis Barr. Who we got? Boundary, Shane Darcy, Monty. Is that right? Just one name. Charlie Shearer and goal umpires Chris Tanner and Trevor McDonald. We got the coin toss coming up. You got that there?
So
Good to see this man back in the action, Jack Bampton.
Little Jack Bampton, yes. Only a couple of games for the year that he's been over the play. So the coin toss. Here on the call with the Wild. Back in action, the Vibe of Hills footy, round 13. So Jackie Bampton and Cole Cheney, the respective captains, shake hands. Umpire Holmes with the sun hat. Umpire Barr tosses the coin high. And Jackie Bampton has won the toss. And they will kick towards the Tweedvale or entrance end of the ground. I think they might be favoured by a little bit of a breeze out there possibly. So, all in readiness. So both sides going through their final warm-ups here. That's an anticipated game here, the Courier Cup. Up for grabs. Trophy, $500 to the winner. And for the sides, just probably a bit of psychological value. I suggest Robbie Shearer, because they'll both obviously be featuring in the finals action, which you can see live here on the Call of the Wild.
Yeah, that's good that Johnny Douglas told us during the week that the league want us to call the games during finals, including the women's grand final and the country grand final. So, yeah, you're right, Pistols. These two teams, chances are they'll probably play each other at least twice in the final. So, all things being equal. So, yeah, a bit of bragging rights here if Lobie can get up and on their home ground and just get the step ahead and just psychologically, will it do anything? Don't know. So, but time will tell, and the action will be underway pretty soon. So we'll get a fair indication.
In the background, you can probably hear in their effects, Mike, the wind. So I reckon it's worth 2 to 3 goals.
Across the ground, I think.
Across the ground, yeah, it's blowing from the clubhouse side.
Gav Godeke's message here. Of course, Call of the Wild YouTube, Facebook, Lobethal and Hahndorf Facebook pages. He says, have a good call, fellas.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much, Gav. Great man, Gav.
Of course, sponsors today, Chris Shaw Accounting, Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Hills, Closies, GE Hughes Construction.
And
of
Thomas
course,
Food
we're live
International.
from Thomas Foods International Park in Lobethal, and it's sunny at the moment, but with that wind, the clouds come very quickly across.
Hillsfooty.com, powered by HFL Media and Lofty, radio with altitude.
Hi folks, it's Graham Corn speaking, and you're taking in the best of Adelaide Hills community footy right here on HFL Media.
G'day, this is Tony Modra, and there is always plenty of top marks with the coverage of Hills community football here on HFL Media.
Of course, Rob Sherwood's friend there. Last
In the
year,
car
got that
park.
sting. Yeah.
Mate,
What, night down the Ramsgate?
no,
Car park?
no, mate. Adelaide Oval car park. Getting out the car with the
right.
girls.
In the middle, so...
Who we got?
Is that Matty Roberts
Matty-
with
yeah,
the fresh haircut?
Matty Roberts, yeah.
Look
Danny,
at that.
it's big Daddy Rob not playing this afternoon, so Matthew will...
I'm looking forward to this man in the ruck for Lobethal, Cooper Skinner. No Henry Voigt today, and Cooper Skinner's first half of the season without Henry Voigt playing was key for the Tigers
So
being
we got
second.
Riley in there as well. He'll be up against Troy Parker Bowles, so 2 hard nuts there. So umpire Travis Barr sets it away. Round 13 action from Lobethal Oval. First tap comes down, ball comes to ground, but already umpire's picked out a free kick. Looks like it's going to go to Sam Williams. Held off the ball there, so Williams will have the first disposal of the game. Takes inside 50 as they work towards the scoreboard end. Target there is Petrenko. Ball comes to the ground. Tried to work through his way was Jenkins. Mitchell gets it back here. Got assistance there. Finally clearing kick from Elliott in the sleeves out towards the King wing line, but over the line for touch. So resultant free kick will go here to Trent Mail. So Mail right in front of the broadcast position here on the outer King wing. So Trent Mail. High ball back inside 50. Pat Gavers, bit of push and shove off the ball. Trying to take a mark there going to ground. Was Cooper Skinner. Ball spills free out here. Comes out here towards Parker Bowles. Grabs the ball, goes backwards towards Nick Ingram. He's under pressure, dispossessed. Legal disposal, said umpire Taylor. So resultant free kick will go to Cooper Luke.
That's very important. Early pressure. It's kind of what Uradler obviously brought to the kitchen when they almost beat Hahndorf a couple of rounds ago. Kick towards wing. Brady Dorr front position. Perling opposed to him. Bulldozing his way through his Trent Mail. So's Aidan Riley. Hands and knees, shovels the ball out to a running Cooper Luke. He played well in last year's grand final. Handballs inboard to Jack Bampton. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Here's Carter running out at full pelt. Ball hits the deck. Could have been held onto. Umpire says no. Handball's away. Fend off there. Handball popped out in the middle of the ground. Magpies around the action there, including Hopgood, Braden variety. Brady Dorr crashing in early to Tigers. Matching it for intensity in the middle of the ground. Dorr. And it's held up. Quite a intense start.
As you said, the intensity is there from both teams, particularly Lobethal. So ball up, back Roberts. Cooper Skinner hacks it down, taken there by Sam Hayden, held up in a tackle. Applied there by Riley, the boy from Illawarra. He'd love these conditions. So umpire Barr once again will ball up 2.5 minutes into the game. Ball comes out here to Hopgood. Couldn't get his kick away. Once again, good work at ground level by Riley. Got it to Skinner. Clearing handball by Luke. Cleverly tapped on there by Oric, I think it was, to a teammate. Nurses the ball forward. Here's a chance for Cheney. He's under pressure. Gives it to the run of Yench. Matty Yench out the back line. Puts towards the pavilion side. Contest out there. Ball comes to ground. Working away as Sammy Hill gets a high kick towards the canteen area. Across there is Benny Salt. Well followed up there by Hop. Good toe poke forward.
Here we go. It's going to be a race.
Bouncing ball. Foot race here. Elliott leading for the Tigers right in front of the scoreboard. And he's pretty happy to nurse it over right in front of the chicken barbecue area. So we've played 3 minutes gone. No score on the board here from Lobethal Oval.
No,
Yep.
Mickey Taylor played deliberate.
Has he? Oh, no, he's played last touch, has he?
No.
Or has he played deliberate?
Knocked
He's
it
played-
out.
Alrighty. Well, it's a kick in the right forward pocket. Is that Ben Salt?
There's
Yep,
Benny Salt.
Benny
Yes,
Salt.
just drawing the ball there. He's got the long sleeve Guernsey on. He's a certain goal kicker, that's for sure. Played a few games for the Crows earlier in the years in the top-up SNFL, 26 goals. Check side from the pocket, cross the face of goal, punch towards the forward pocket area, hands and knees the Tigers, trying to shovel it out there. I think it was Harry Viney. Kick out of defence by Mitch Jenkin, and it's just found Nick Ingram Pistols, and he'll kick the ball inside 50 and finds Braden Hopgood with a 15-metre pass.
Just covered the distance.
On
there.
cue.
Hopgood gave it off to Jens. Give it to me. Goes long towards the top of the square. Good grab there, nearly for the Pies. Lurking close to the boundary line around the corner. It was Xavier Parker Boz.
No.
And just to the far side of the post. So opening score is a minor one. It's taken nearly 4 minutes. So Hahndorf one behind. So Alex Giorgio, plenty of experience there. Brings the ball back in for the Tigers out here. Carter's the target, got his hands to it. One grab, then pushed over the line there. I think was teammate there in Matt Scroby. So the Boundary Academy boy will pitch the ball back into a play. So pretty good conditions here when you consider what the lead up has been. But wet in the later part of the week here in Adelaide Hills. Ruck duel. Roberts over the top there. Was Skinner. Good body work there. Was Bantam, but also Ingram locking up an opponent there for the Tigers. Looked like it was Cooper Luke. So once again, the big men gave it for ball up. So ball up high. Roberts works his way to the front. Skinner got the ball down. Held was Hopgood. Yes, umpire bar right in the spot there. So Braden Hopgood to have another free kick.
So Braden Hopgood gets it on to Sam Williams. Kick long. Tall timber down there for the Pies. Flying over the top was Nykamp. Flicked out by Salt. Sam Hayden. He's got a running player for him.
Hill.
It's Sam Hill. Snaps for goal.
Goal.
And I reckon he's kicked it. Great work there from the Magpies. Sam Hill involved with the finish. But a good build-up there, Rob, with quite a number of players flicking it on eventually to Sam Hill with a snap.
Great handball out by Sheeny to Hill.
We might go down to a couple of early stats. Jaden and Indy.
Cheers, thanks, Bristol. So the kicks, 11 kicks to 6 in favour of Hahndorf. The handball, 7 to 3 in favour of Lobethal. So some early stats there too. The intensity is definitely up, 14 tackles to 10 in favour of Hahndorf. Indy, you're taking the game so far, buddy?
It's 3 inside 50s apiece, but Hahndorf have certainly locked the ball in those inside 50 entries a little bit more. They've come straight out on the other end.
Thanks, boys. So back in the centre, Skinner v Roberts. Little draw, I called that one. Ball fed out there for the Lobie, taken out here. Quick kick forward was by Zane Grivell. Interestingly played junior football for Hahndorf, Zane Grivell.
Yep.
Only second game for this season in the A grade for the Tigers. Looks like last touch paid, so ball brought back in. I think it was Eckerman out wide front of the coach's box. One grab, two grab, and a good mark taken out there by Cheney. Of course, the boy from Warwick, Nabil. Past Crow, Hawke, Melbourne, you name it. Been there, played that. So Cheney got close to the man on the mark, puts the ball up high. Tigers leap there, bring the ball down to ground level. Strong body work there, Mitch Junkin swung around like a pinball machine. Ball comes out here. Parker Byers gets the ball forward, receives it in the backup. Flicks out a clever handball out of the run of a teammate.
Petrenko.
Sells some candy. Petrenko, was it? Gets it to Nykamp, I think it is.
Point.
Who's sprayed his kick. So the Magpies just starting to slip into gear here, having the last 3 scoring shots, or in fact the only 3 scoring shots of the game so far. We've played 7 minutes there, 1-2. Lobie yet to get on the board here on the call of the Wild.
Sunny conditions. Good to see. Bit of a breeze, probably pick it up in the effects, Mike.
I think Lobie only been inside 50 once, boys, haven't they?
Yes.
I would say.
Yeah.
So, Timmy Jenkin. A few players wearing the long sleeve today. The tractor will bring it in from the scoreboard end of the ground. So Timmy Jenkin, off we go. Kick into middle of the ground. Pack will form here. Door was front position, put up the right mitt. Coming off there like a ball once again was, I think it was Xavier Parker Bors on the left boot. Kick inside 50, offhand Salt. Tried to get it to a teammate. Under the pressure now, the Tigers defence. Last few minutes, the Tigers' defence been under enormous pressure. Sam Williams laying a nice bear hug tackle there and holding the ball inside 50 on Giorgio. And umpire will throw it up. Umpire Mick Taylor will throw it inside 50 here for the Pies. Skinner, I should say. Flick on to Aiden Riley. Auric, snap on the right, check side. Look at a carry there. Kicks towards centre forward, holding on, free kick. Think it's gone the Tigers' way. And they'll have an opportunity here from centre half forward area.
Yep, he was all over him. I think it's Matty Fuller, isn't it?
Yep, good to
Coach.
see him
Only
back in the
played
lineup.
third game
Yep.
for the season. Had a few leg issues. Has kicked 7 goals in those 2 games. So Matty Fuller, of course, experienced down at Nord, of course on the Western Bulldogs list. So this,
See what the wind
the
does
coach
here.
puts it towards the inside 50, top of the square.
Gee, that's a tracer bullet. Wow.
Oh, just touched.
Touched. Oh, he was lucky.
So first score for the Tiger, the minor one there, one behind Hahndorf for 1-2. 8.5 minutes gone here in the court, the Wild, the vibe of Hills footy. Tell us where you're watching from, how the game's going and how the weather is there. Slightly probably a bit better than it is here, although, as we've said, the sun has been out since the start of the game, which is good. So I think it's going to be Matty Yench. Will bring the ball back in, puts it out here towards Nick Ingram in the back pocket area at the Tweedvale entrance end. So Ingram will bring the ball towards the King Wing broadcaster out towards Cheney. Bouncing ball. Good work there. Oh, he spins out of trouble. Cheney, well done. Got it to Mayo. Mayo will kick up the line. Elliott in the box seat here. Grabs the ball. He's got support there.
Oh.
Teammate walking over the line there was Giorgio.
Yep.
So, yeah, but just experience there from Cole.
That was so good, wasn't it?
Nonchalantly just turned them inside out, the couple of Tigers. But I suppose with the amount of footy he's played, you'd expect he has a bit of experience. So, in fact, the ball was... Oh, it is. It's going to be... I thought it might have been last touch, but no, it's going to be a throw-in.
So boundary throw-in just around from us here. We've gone 10 minutes, opening quarter action. Hahndorf 1 goal 2, Lobethal 1 point. Opening goal scorer for the Pies was Sam Hill towards the scoreboard end of the ground. So throw-in, Matt Roberts with that new hairdo, nicely cut. Trying to get rid of it was Harry Viney, eventually does. Shepherding, good work there, Timmy Jenkin. Oh, strip of it. A lot of pressure around here on the wing. Trent Mayo, he's, well, could have been dumped to the ground there by Tim Jenkin, but tackled nicely. Holds him up. Umpire Holmes will coming in with the hat. Throw the ball up. Players go back at it again. Matt Roberts versus Cooper Skinner. Well, Skinner just barreling through off the back of his head and holds it up.
Yeah, interesting take there by Cooper Skinner in a ruck duel, but he'll go again against Matty Roberts. Bit of push and shove. This time Roberts got it down. Parker Bowles trying to clear it, kicked. Finally gets a more normal kick. High, kept under it and taking a mark out there. Lockie Ellsworthy, good to see him back. First game for the season, I think, after that pre-season injury. Gets the ball across here and finds Harry Viney.
Yep.
Half-back flank area. So, as I said, a few sleeves out there this afternoon. So, Viney nurses the ball forward. Got a target here as Carter comes out. Cheney put his body courageously in front of the pack, taken by Skinner. Got out in a loop, sells a bit of candy. Gets it back here to Carter. Carter in turn gets it to Oric. Gives it to little Jackie Banton. Jack Andrew pumps it forward. But Sam Hayden intercept mark. Quickly picks the ball high. Goes higher than it went longer. Off hands there. Coming to ground level. Carter getting involved. Also Cooper Skinner. Fed out by Parker Bowles to Cheney to Skipper. Gets a bit of a barrier to barrow up the wing area. Going to ground there was Nykamp. Got supported by, nice display by Xavier Parker Bowles. Ball spills free. Lukey Roberts. McWaters. Fed out here. Mitch Jenkins. Clever tap onto Elliott. Was he taken high? No, gets it back to Mitch Jenkins. Gets a mung kick up the line. Body work there by Luke. Allows him to get the ball. Gives it to Banton. In turn gives it to McWaters. Chips it forward. Half volley taken there for the Tigers. Edges the cricket pitch. Well done by Sammy Hayden. Gets it across here to Hop. Good Dylan variety. Gets it back there. Sideways kick by Barnes. Gets it to Petrenko. Petrenko spins onto the left foot. Gets on the right. Puts it forward. 2 against 1 here. Tigers win out. Over the top. Ball comes down. The cavalry arrives in the agency of Ellsworth. He got it to a teammate. Puts it out here. Bouncing for Stafford. Ingram. Pretty happy to work it over the line there. So, interesting passage of play there, but the Tigers' defence and also Samuel Hayden prominent for the up the other end for Hahndorf.
So boundary throw-in. 13 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Hahndorf 1-2, Lobethal 1 point. Troy Parker ball straight out of the ruck. Gets it to Braden Hopgood. Braden Hopgood kicks it inside 50. Dylan's down there, his brother. In the meantime, umpires pulled out a free kick.
High tackle.
And it's going to the Magpies through Cooper Nykamp.
Missed his earlier shot on the run. Goldie from the other side. This one's a set shot from the little pavilion side, the Lions Club pavilion in the old cricket net pocket.
Kicked 26 goals for the season. 45-degree angle, kicking towards the scoreboard end of the ground here at Lobethal. So Nykamp off a few steps, and it's gone through for a minor score. So Hahndorf go to 1-3. Lobethal 1 point, and gone 13 minutes in the opening quarter.
Jaden and Indy.
Cheers, thanks, Pistol. So 24 kicks to 21 and handballs 24 to 11 in favour of Lobethal. So you can tell Lobethal are playing their handballing game at the moment. Indy?
Well, it's a nice performance so far from Hahndorf at the stoppages with 7 hit-outs to just 2 for Lobethal.
So Giorgio runs up the line, kicks the ball. Carter's the target, got his hands, so a good defensive ball there by Eckerman. Sorry, it was Leake. Ball round the corner there. Tumbling in defence, taken here. Bit of clever work by Parker Byers. Got across the hop. Good. Dylan Variety lays back on the shot, but it won't come back. So through for another minor score. So 1 for Hahndorf. Lobethal 1 behind. And as Goldie said, 14 minutes gone. An entertaining opening to the game.
Certainly is. So Giorgio will bring the ball back in. Of course, Norwood Premiership player. Spent a bit of time at Melbourne as well in the AFL. Best and Ferris, yep. Kicks it out towards Mitch Carter territory. Off hands. Here's Cooper Skinner. Umpire's called a free kick. Free kick for the Tigers. It's going Cooper Skinner's way. Represented the Eastern Zone last weekend in the Country Championship. Goes with a short pass. Finds Harry Viney. Good to see him permanently in the side this year after some injuries last year. Kicks it towards the half-forward line. Rigby Barnes is down there for the Pies. Purling involved. But it's a free kick. Mick Taylor's pulled out here. I'm not sure what that was for, but it's a free kick from Rigby Barnes anyway. So Barnes, he'll go a little short pass here into the half-back flank. Not 15, says the umpire. Nick Ingram with the ball. Kicks it towards centre wing. Flying over the top was Nykamp. Eckerman was also there. Coming through, continuing the nuzzle at forward was Nykamp. Handball over the top to Dylan Hopgood. Here's that run. Over to Salt. What will he do here? On the run for 50. Goes with a little low kick. Right to the line. Hits the post.
The race was on there, Rob.
He would have got it himself again.
He would have.
And it just hit the post.
So, once again, Giorgio brings the ball back here. He's got loose man and Viney in the Lions pavilion pocket. Nurses up the line to Ellsworth. As we said, good to see him back in action. First game for the season after a very first trial game, I think, shoulder injury. Gets it up the line to Pring. He's come onto the ground, so Benny Pring. Half-back flank, so slowly but surely the Tigers working the boy out of defence. No, they decide to go backwards here to Viney. Just to boost his stats. Viney goes across the ground, got a loose man out here, Mitch Jenkins. Will it sit nicely for him? It does. Run down by Salt as he gets his kick away up the line. Will it sit nicely for Bampton? Yes, it does. Well gathered by Little Jack. Goes inside 50 now for the Tigers. They need a target up here. Back there, going to ground was Grivell. Stacks on the mill. Purling getting involved over the top. Ball held up here. So only about 4 or 5 real deep entries inside the 50 at this stage of the game for the Tigers in the first quarter. 16 minutes expired. So ruck duel. Ball comes down there. Purling gets out the back door to Hopgood. Bouncing ball. Nearly trapped there for the Tigers was Stafford. Goes back at ground level. Good courageous play. Put his head over the ball was Skinner, as you'd expect. And finally the ball held in there. And the umpire will come in the ball up. Umpire T-bar. So up they go. Cooper Skinner the leaper. Ball comes out the back door. Quick kick away by Barnes towards the centre of the ground. And holding his ground taking mark there is Zabian Parker Boz. Got a lead out wide. Out here to Eckerman. So Adam Eckerman with the ball. Pushes it further up the line and finds Sammy Williams. Williams surveys the situation, gets on quickly up here, but it's all Tigers zone, grabbed by the track to Timmy Jenkins. Handballs out the back door, quick kick away. Right in front of the Zilla Pavilion, grabbed by Hopgood. Good support there from Grivell. Going in hard there was Hopgood again. Ball held in there, so right in front of the members' pavilion, and we've played 17 minutes. Hahndorf 1-5, lead the Tigers 1 point.
Well, Mick Taylor again called something here. It's going the Tigers' way. So Cooper Skinner in the ruck contest just in front of the home of the Tiger supporters out there. So Cooper Skinner, short pass, finds a teammate.
Fuller?
Cooper Luke, is it? Hard to pick up from here.
Might be McWaters, possibly.
Shorter. Kick up towards the half-forward line. Past both. Over the top was Brady Dorr. Went over both big men there. And it's going to be held up, is it? Left half-forward flank. 1-5 Hahndorf. Sam Hill with the goal kicker. Lobethal 1 point. 18 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Just interesting out here on the wing. John Roberts just sitting on the chair. Meantime, coming through there with the Pies, clearing kick. Dylan Hopgood front position against his ex-team.
Yeah.
Played last year's Grand Final for the Tigers. And it's gone out of bounds, is it? Be a boundary throw-in. No clear last touch there.
So, right in the interchange area here at Thomas Foods International Ground in Lobethal. So, ball pitched in. Matty Roberts gets the ball down, stolen there nicely. I think that was McWaters this time.
That was, yep.
Gets a high kick forward. Cheney up high over the back. Will it sit? Gathered there by Leek. Goes to ground under pressure. Oh, a clever tap out there.
That's a throw,
Carter,
was it?
but yeah, a scoop and a throw in the same motion. Umpire T-Bar right on the spot. So, I think it's going to be Grivell to take the resultant free kick for the Magpies. So, Zane Grivell, is it? Zach Grivell, sorry. Zane, of course, playing for Lobethal this afternoon. Chips it across to Cheney. So, the skipper right by the light tag. Good to see these impressive new towers. Had their one outing for the year this year.
Yep,
New lights out Lobie.
Yep, against Onkers. They played a night match. Kick up the wing. Matt Roberts, front position. Coming through there. Pring with the blonde locks.
Billy Idol style.
That's it. Hemble over the top towards Parker Bowles involved. Bit of a rugby scrum towards centre wing. Oh, busting his way through was Petrenko, but the umpire has called a free kick. It's going to Pring. Notice him. Tim Jenkin. Will he go for a run? Sort of. Kicks it inside 50. This is where the Tigers have got to do a little bit better.
Carter.
Over the pack is Carter. They're getting inside 50 entries at the moment, but the Magpies seem to be mopping up all right. Rigby Barnes happy to concede a point.
Hawthorn style. So, second score on the board for the Tigers. They're 2 behinds. 1 goal, 5 is Hahndorf here in the core. The wild vibe of Hills footy. Tell us where you're watching it from and if you're enjoying it. So, in the meantime, Sam Hayden for Hahndorf go out towards our commentary side of the outer king wing. Sam Hill's the target in opposition to Ellsworthy. Dropped what he should have taken to Ellsworthy at ground level. Mops the ball up. Salt also involved. Spills out the back door. Stolen away by Hill. Gets it forward.
Oh!
Cooper Nykamp gives it to Petrenko, in turn gets it across to Williams, in turn gives it to Parker Bos. Hard to push it at best as he fumbles. Under pressure there from Stafford. Gives it back to Williams. Has a quick lift of the eyes. Puts it forward. And finds
Eckerman.
Eckerman, yeah. Had to look twice. What's he doing up there? But the Hahndorf machine just showing what they're capable of. A little bit of dry weather football with a string of handballs there, Goldie. But
how good was Petrenko there, Pistols? Just bounced off the player.
Persistence out here from Sammy Hill. Dropped the mark initially. Ellsworth had the ball and somehow picked his pocket out the back. Sam Hill would set up this.
He is a goal kicker. I've seen him float forward from defence quite a few times, kick long-range goals. So I'll back him in from here. Bang on 50. Okay.
I'll take 100 off you there, guy. And you're right.
No, the line,
that's
Rob.
a goal.
What are we going to do?
It's controversial. It's a goal. It's a goal. Hey!
Wow. So you know your Magpies. So you should as the unofficial #1 ticket holder there, Benny Goldfinch. And we'll go down to Jaden and Indy.
Cheers, thanks, Pistols. So kicks are even, believe it or not. 37 kicks each. Handballs 25 to 19 in favour of Lobethal, and the marks 9 to 7 in favour of Hahndorf. Indy.
Yeah, in the last few minutes of play there, the inside 50s really narrowed up. 8 to 11 in Hahndorf's favour, but I notice a lot of Hahndorf's inside 50 entries seem to last a lot longer, whereas I suppose those 8 inside 50s for Lobethal just haven't equated to much, unfortunately.
So Brady Dorr having a run on the ball, got the ball down to Luke. He was smothered his attempt to clear it. So well trapped there by Pring, Hindmarsh stadium style stuff. Gets the ball forward now, but intercepted there by Williams. Ball goes back inside 50. Petrenko got his hands to it. There's a chance for Salt. Gathers the ball. Well tackled there by Mitch Jenkins. Yes, Ping for holding the ball. So Mitchy Jenkins, I think Eastern Zone rep last week.
Yes.
Yes, he was, Pistols.
He goes to a short pass, finds Giorgio. He goes a little shorter pass up the wing. So, Jack Maxwell, meantime, kicks it towards the wing. Good fist there by Rigby Barnes against Viney, and it's gone out of bounds. Just got to find some options up in the forward line. Of course, Braden Fisher hasn't played since really early in the season. So, as you said, Mitch Carter, he's the leading goal kicker this year with how many Pistol? 32 goals, is that right?
Yeah, he's second.
And
the next best
next best is
13.
Brady Dorr with 13 goals. So, meantime, Kyle Cheney mops up for the Magpies, as he often does. Kicks it forward. Dylan Hopgood's a winner. Oh, good tackle there by Ben Pring. That's holding the ball, is it?
Legal disposal.
Illegal disposal. So Ben Pring will win out here with a free kick for the Tigers. What can they do here?
So Pring goes towards the centre of the ground. That's a
1
good
on
kick. But
3.
here, arriving is Perling, the cavalry. Got assistance from Hayden this way, that way.
Good tackle.
Good tackle applied there
Yes.
by Scroby. Wins a free kick. So well done by the young man. So Matty Scroby goes back and gives himself room. But looks a bit congested ahead of him. He's got
Just
Jenkin
got to
running
think
past.
his way through this.
Absolutely. So really a bit.
Carter's
underside.
double team deep.
Yep. Perling again, double-handed spoil. Cheney gives it to
Here we
Mail.
go, off to the races.
Hahndorf, yes, that's well drilled, gets it out wide.
Great kick.
Good stretching
Just
mark taken by Luke Roberts.
Just one spoil. Bang, hits the ground. Now they're out in the wing.
So Luke, you haven't seen a lot of him this afternoon as yet. Ball comes up here. Once again, Pring and Jenkin involved. Good attack on the ball at ground level from the Tigers. Wins the ball out wide.
That was
Taken
Jenkin.
there. Jenkin flicks the ball. Intercepted here by Mail. Mail gets it up the line. There's a chance. Brady Dorr working back in defence. Foot race.
Oh.
Him against Salt. Dorr goes to ground. Traps the ball in
He
under
dragged
him.
it in.
Ooh, too
Oh,
high, said umpire
really?
Holmes. Yeah, he did pull it
He
in
was
under
lucky.
him. Gets it back here to Mitch Jenkin. Sides up the situation, puts it out wide and finds McWaters right in front of the canteen, Goldie.
Yep. Getting forward entries to Tigers. Just Hahndorf's defence, as they have been all season. I think they're only conceding 5 goals a game.
Timmy
Done that for the last few years, actually. They build their around their defence. Meantime, kick into the half-back line. Giorgio, Squid, just near the King Pavilion, the barbecue area. Hahndorf, 2-5. Lobethal, 2 points. Finds Brady Dorr, ex-Norwood teammate, now Tigers teammate. So Brady Dorr, patient build-up, cross the defence, finds Stafford. Played a great final series last year for the Tigers. Kick in the middle of the ground. Maxwell. Okay, they're zigzagging around here. Now they've got it in the middle of the ground. This is the kick. What would they do here? Just having a look. Perling and Matt Roberts just
waiting
manning
for it.
some space here. Meantime, they could come out nicely. Good
well
kick.
done.
And that's found Carter.
So
Just got to think their way through it, don't they, Rob?
Yeah, that was a well-weighted kick.
So-
The leading Carter. He's an impressive young lad, this lad.
So Mitch Carter, son of Russ, who of course played in the 2002 Premiership team, and ironically, as you said, the pre-match got in last time Lobethal won the Courier Cup, which is up for grabs this afternoon. So Carter, Mitch, 32 goals for the season, in second spot. Not his best kick. Hoping for the wind to bring it back. He'll need a huge hurricane to push that through, as it's through off hands for a minor score. So
I reckon he kicked 3 earlier in the year against Hahndorf, didn't he, Pistols?
I think he
In
might
that first half, yeah, I
Yeah,
think he
right,
kicked the
five,
first
so
2 or
well.
3 goals.
So Rigby
Yeah.
Barnes with the ball from the kick out from Yench. So Barnes in the back pocket area. Netball court side of the ground. Thomas Foods International here. One of the sponsors this afternoon. We must thank them as the siren goes. Of course, the other sponsors today. Chris Shaw, Accounting, Mortgage Choice, Closey's, GE Hughes Construction, and as we said, Thomas Foods International. And trust you're enjoying the game here on the Call of the Wild, and also the broadcast FM style on the lofty 88.9 FM. We're at quarter time. Interesting game. You'd like to see Lobie with a couple goals on the board, but they're well in touch at this stage. Hahndorf 2-5, Lobethal 3 behinds as we go to Jaden and Indy for the first term stats.
Thank you, Pistols. At quarter time, the stats read the hitouts 4-10 in Hahndorf's favour. The Roberts pair continues to be dominant, and as they have been all year, in complete fairness, inside 50s are 10-13. But I have to say, it does feel like the Bulls spent a lot of time in Hahndorf's forward half, particularly for the majority of that quarter. It just feels like their entries are more productive, whereas Lobethal seem to come out quite immediately almost. And that's one good thing about Hahndorf in this game, is that they've set up at both ends of the ground and they've got a really nice spine to punish the turnovers, as well as not conceding too much from their own. And the centre clearances are 1 and 2 in Hahndorf's favour at well, but ultimately I feel like the difference in this match isn't so much between the turnovers, because that's inevitable in contested football, and in the wet dewy conditions we're seeing, both teams are going to endure through that, but it's about how hard you punish those specific turnovers. And right now I think Hahndorf are certainly doing more on their part to punish, whereas Lobethal just a little bit lackluster and not quite capitalising on their scoring opportunities. Mind you, they haven't gotten any comfortable shots from outside, I'd say, the 40-metre range, so they definitely want to look to, find a bit more forward composure. But Jaden, what did you cite in that first quarter?
Cheers, thanks, Indy. So the kicking count was very interesting. 51 kicks to 45 in favour of Lobethal. You see that passage of play at the end of that quarter. They had got their kicking and marking game going, so that's why they won that count. They also won the mark count 14 to 11 and won the handball count as well, 26 to 20. They actually won every count. They won the tackling count 45 to 44. So the intensity was up as well. So well done to Lobethal in that quarter. Just couldn't accumulate it on the scoreboard, as Indy said. And also, so Hahndorf kicked 2 goal 5-17, and Lobie actually averaged 2 goals against per quarter in a home game. So that's interesting stat there for you boys. And just I'll leave you with the stat pistols. The average margin in Currie Cup in the last 10 Currie Cups has been 36 points to 6 goals. So there's the stat for you, pistols.
Hi, this is Daria Gavrilova, and when I'm not on court, I enjoy a surf of community sport here on HFL Media.
Hi, it's Chris Gowans here, SANFL Hall of Fame member, and you're listening to the Vibe of the Hills footy on HFL Media.
Interesting there, that sting from Dasha Gavrilova. Benny, I reckon when she's not on court, she watches us, so she'll be spending a lot of time watching us, because I haven't noticed her on the circuit. And of course, up in Queensland last week, because you can imagine all week, there's just loving our Ash, Queensland's own. So well done to Ash Vardy, but might be getting past tennis weather here at the moment, tennis conditions. It's sun that was out in that first quarter, Goldie, towards the end of it, has just sort of left us.
I'll get the temperature here from the Valley of Praise. Just one sec.
All right, so as we said, 3 behinds the Tigers. Hahndorf 2-5, and bearing in mind the Tigers did kick with that little bit of a slight assistance with the breeze going towards the Tweedvale entrance end of the ground, so it'll be interesting to see what happens now. But Hahndorf's defence once again, it's interesting what the boys said there with the stats counts, that Lobie on tack of all areas, and statistically just about, apart from the
10
goal
degrees.
kicking.
10 degrees.
10 degrees in the Valley of Praise. Scott, off to hide, eat your heart out.
A lower 4. There we go.
10 degrees up there would probably be too cold for the beer, even up there. And it's gone soft since he's moved north. But anyway, we'll endeavour to bring you some updates quarter time as we go around the ground. But here on the Call of the Wild from Lobethal Overwood is the Tigers facing a bit of a challenge here as they trail 14 points.
Roy Liebich says it's sunny at Mount Compass.
Ah, righto, as we go. So,
all right, back in the middle, second quarter action here from Thomas Foods International Park in Lobethal. Hahndorf 2-5, Lobethal 3 points. So the Tigers will be kicking towards the scoreboard end in this second term. Let's see if we've got any adjustments to this Tigers forward line. Cooper Skinner is on Scott Perling down there. Harry Viney's also down there. He looks like he's on Eckerman. Eckerman kicked the goal in the first term. Carter is opposed to Joel Leake. And deep is Matty Fuller on Trent Mail. So just need a little bit extra out of those forwards in their second term at the Tigers. They've had forward entries, just haven't been able to get the score on the board. Meantime, the Hahndorf have kicked 2. Here's a chance for the Tigers on the wing area. Little kick forward by Oric. Tries to look for Cooper Luke. Cole Cheney winning out. Shinned off there from a Tigers player. That was Jake Oric with Nick Ingram, the kicker. And we'll have a boundary throw-in just around from us. So John Roberts just chilling out here on the chair. So boundary throw-in. Matty Roberts. Brady Dorr wins out. Pretty easy there. Kicks it towards centre half forward. A lovely turn of pace there by Cooper Skinner. Needs to kick this. And it's gone right to the line. Taken by Mitch Carter. Great work there by Cooper Skinner winning out. And nice kick forward there by Brady Dorr setting it up.
So Carter, 32 goals for the season, second on the list. The leader, of course, Petrenko up the other end of the ground. So Carter here, the opportunity to put the Tigers on the board as far as goals go. First one for the afternoon.
That's what they want. There we go.
That's right. He confidently ran round, and so inside 90 seconds, that's a good reply for the Tigers. Good start to the term as they get their first one on the board through the agency of Carter. So 1-3 to 2-5. Just a couple of quarter-time scores. Country Division, Macclesfield 1-1, leading Gummaraka yet to score over the hill at Gummaraka, just up the road. And Birdwood Goldie, 4-1, lead Kangarilla 2 behind. So Birdwood looking to fight back.
There you go. So Mitch Carter kicking the goal, putting Brady Dorr in the ruck, Cooper Skinner now forward. And look at the charcoal chicken barbecue area. That's telling us where the wind's going.
The G Pope.
Gets risk too, boys.
So back in the centre.
Umpire Holmes, I think it is, with the hat on.
Yeah. I don't know if he needs it for the sun at the moment. It's gone on holidays up north. So Brady Dorr. Roberts, Dorr, plenty of experience, got down to O'Reilly. Flicks the ball out, taken by Hayden, though. Handball over here to Hopgood. Clever kick around the corner. He's got a lead here from Parker Bowles of the Zabin variety. Oh, well done by the Tigers defence.
Oh, yeah,
Dorr, he got back there quickly to assist, gets a clearing kick up in front of the pavilion. Good attack on the ball there, taken high. Tigers free kick.
You can tell it just...
Scobie, I think it is.
Yep, Scobie kick forward. Oh, coming through. I was
Data.
just going to say, Brady Dorr's impact early in this
Yeah.
second term is proving very pivotal. He's gone into the ruck. He won the ball there out in the wing. Having him at full tilt,
Yeah.
very handy.
As you said,
So
that
look at the charcoal chicken.
That smoke is flowing pretty well.
Can smell it from
And
here.
the rain.
Might have to go there at half-time, Goldie.
That is pumping out some serious stuff. Okay, meantime, Carter. He would be kicking into the breeze, looks like.
This will be handy.
Look at it, holding up, right to the line.
Ooh.
Off hands, Matt Roberts,
Yep.
minus score.
So the thing about it, though, at early stage of 4 minutes gone, the Tigers have had the ball in their forward area, so that's another positive for them. So Matty Yetch, tell you to win behind him, Yetch will get really right down the ground, which he does inside the centre square up. Good grab taken there by Luke Roberts. Played on, said the umpire, not paid. Going to ground was Riley. Won himself a free kick there, the boy from Illawarra. He'd love these conditions, windy and wet. And looks like a little bit of verbal there. So
A bit of chirp.
Riley
Like, good
gets a
period
free.
here for the Magpies, Rob. And it's going on here.
Oh,
It's still going on. Just
Better
getting
push
under
up.
Is that Carter
Hayden?
and
Viney and... Oh, hang on. Who is it? Is it
It's Hayden.
Viney? It's Carter.
Hayden and
Hayden.
Carter and Hayden? I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, action with Riley. He's only kicked the 12 goals for the season, Goldie. But I
15.
tell you what, dead in front. This will be a real
Look
tonic.
at the charcoal chicken.
Yep, this will be a real tonic. If he can get this one, he really steered that one through like a Rob Sherwood wedge shot. So Riley, 4.5 minutes gone. 2 goals this quarter, both kicked by the Tigers. 2-4, Hahndorf for 2-5 here. Call the wild, Jaden and Indy.
Into the breeze.
Yep.
Thank you,
thanks.
Pistols.
There you go.
Thank you, Pistols. Well, I just wanted to say 3 inside 50s to none in Lobethal's favour this quarter. They've actually beaten Hahndorf around the ball and locked it in their forward half. So, changing up the characteristics from the last term. What about you, Jaden?
Cheers, thanks, Indy. So 8 kicks to 3 in favour of Lobethal in that quarter as well. So 4 handballs to 3 in favour of Hahndorf, though. It's a very even game at the moment.
Back in the middle, Brady Dorr's impact in the middle, having an impact. Just out hustling here, sockers the ball forward from the stoppage. Auric sockers the ball inside 50 now for the Tigers towards the half-forward line. Got it to a nice position. Pressing forward the Tigers. They can sense something here. Now got it back to within 1 point. Kicking towards the scoreboard end of the ground against the breeze. And it's held up. So, here we go again in the ruck. Brady Dorr starting to get on top. Wins out, little tap. Sam Williams shovels it. Could have been held on there with Cooper Skinner. Out towards the boundary line. Here's Cooper Luke. He's got Timmy Jenkin all by himself here, and that's superb vision.
So
Might be a bit far out, Goldie.
Could have had a blaze there, but he came back inboard. Good shot.
So the Tractor, 9 goals for the season. Said he was the league skipper for the game at Karoonda. So
Has to
Timmy
give it
Jenkins,
everything.
give it a hoik. He's going to pull across, I think. Touched over the line through for a minor score. So
Scores are even.
2-2 they've kicked this quarter. Lobethal have dominated the forward entries, as you said, kicking against the wind. So tied up here. 6 minutes into the second term. 2-5 apiece is mentioned by Goldie. Ball comes back out here. Working hard the Tigers, trying to hold in that forward 50. Taken high, but no free kick there. I think it was Cooper Luke getting involved. So umpire T-Bar balls up. Oh, Roberts just bundles his opponent out of the way and Door. Bit of experience there, just putting the big frame in front. And so John Roberts just down here on the seat just shakes his head. What are you doing, son? So Brady Dorr just nurses the ball forward
beautiful.
and taken here by Matt Scobie.
Yep, bit of sunshine now. So, Tigers looking good. Kick into the pocket. And that's a good overhead mark there by Cooper Skinner. One of our favourites here at the Call of the Wild. I think it's Cooper Skinner, or is it Matt Fuller?
It's Fuller, I think.
Yeah,
Matty
no,
Fuller, just a
clearly
little
not
bit more
Cooper.
height
yeah,
there.
Yeah, a little bit more. Well, he was up high.
I tell you what, that's a good mark. He had the wind to contend with, plus
Yeah.
the smoke in the eyes, Goldie.
That's it, and a good side for him here, the left footer.
So it's
That is
third
pumping.
game. He's kicked 7 in 2 games this year.
That barbecue area is going hot at the moment.
Remember last time we were here, boys? It was
Fuller. Right to the line.
Ah.
Oh, Carter.
Off hands, play
Oh,
on.
play on.
Really?
How's the
Yep.
vision? Not bad. Got a player here who'll have a shot.
Zane Grivell.
Shane Grivell would go back to Carter. Oh, goodness. Just kept it in.
And it's held on the 40 Academy boys. So trying to
Ah.
improve the angle. I don't know. Was he going to have the shot from the Lions Pavilion?
It was a Hahndorf
But anyway,
boundary on, but no,
So I think
don't
it's
say that, Robbie.
Yetch calling for the cavalry up the line.
He's telling everyone to go out this side. Is he going to kick it out here?
So
Well, he
high
does.
kick. They gather. Door, top of the pack. Roberts involved. Comes down to Hayden. Oh, handball to Ingram. Deflected off him. Comes back to Salt. Feeds it back towards Parker Bowles. Zabian variety. Gets
Oh,
a boot
here we
to it.
go.
Here's
Hill.
Sam Hill. He's got the break on
Ah.
Giorgio. And the ball fortunately falls in his hands. He's got Ingram streaming past. But Sammy Hill, who kicked the opening goal of the game, at the other end of the ground, will try and kick Hahndorf's first goal at the entrance end of the ground.
Yep. Just straight forward there. Key ball to win.
Yep, 2 big kicks there, Goldie, it was.
So win behind him here. Kicked the first goal of the match, as Pistol said. Kicking towards the entry gate end. Sam Hill. Scores are even at the moment. 9-minute mark, second term. Well, Breeze does the nice job there. Kicks the goal. Hahndorf first of the second term.
Yeah.
A little bit of relief there for Matt Golding coaching staff.
And 3 big kicks down the wing, down this side of the ground, boys. And yeah, that breeze has certainly picked up Pistols.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lobethal finding their way back into the game. You just think a couple of behinds if they'd been goals, but it's not easy out there, as called with the barbecue chimney smoke. Just how difficult conditions are out there. At least the rain has abated for a time, hopefully, but difficult conditions all around out here. So the Magpies back in front, 3-5 to 2-5 here. Come out to 10 minutes gone, second term, called wild, the vibe of Hills Footy. Trust you're enjoying our worldwide stream, and also the call on 88.9 FM Lofty. So back in the centre. Door gets down,
there's that
taken by
ruck
the
work.
peg
How's
dog.
about
Riley
that?
goes straight up the centre, bit of a mung kick. First to get there will be Leak. Got it out there to Rigby Barnes. High kick out of defence for the Pies. Salt under the box seat. Comes down to Mitchy Jenkins. Well done. Feeds it out nicely to Billy Idle. He gets it back out here to Jenkins. Of course, being Pring. Ball comes back out here. Falls in the hands of Elliott. So the Tigers just holding up at this stage in defence. So Jamie Elliott, surveying what's on offer, goes short out here to the
don't know
lead
about that.
out here. Vining, was he infringed? No.
Oh, good
Down on the
smother.
ground, came in here to Salt. Got time to steady,
There we
goes
go.
underground to Hill, who's kicked 2 goals for the game to be the leading goal scorer on the ground at the moment. Elliott, well done. Outthought him with that. Comes out towards the broadcast wing there. See the ball hold up in the wind there. Comes to ground. Here's Yetch. Got support from Ingram. Ingram got to the Yetch. Yetch corridors the ball. Coming out over the top, lurking is Petrenko, taken by Mitch Jenkins. He's got 2 at ground level. Playing says the umpire. Picked up by the pup, Petrenko.
Oh, he just
Oh, nearly a
Oh.
little bit of magic there from the pup. Through for a minor score. Certainly the excitement machine.
He stole that.
Yeah, so 3-6 plays 2-5, all happening here at Tweedvale as Alex Giorgio disappears up the main street to get the ball.
Just take a moment to take our breath here. So, 7 points the margin. 11-minute mark, second term. Giorgio's, just as Pistol says, headed up the main street.
He's probably
Eventually-
gone up the rising sun for a pint of stout, and who could blame him on a day like this, Goldie?
Here he comes. Back from the trees in the car park area, and he'll bring the ball back in from the entry gate end for the Tigers, who trail but have been good in this term. They lead this term anyway. 7 points the margin. Scores were even. Giorgio, off he goes. Brings the ball in. Thumping kick out towards the interchange bench area. Pack forms. Carter. Mainly every single player in the forward half of the ground for the Pies. And it's held up in between both interchange benches on the interchange bench area, or wing area I should say. Door versus Matt Roberts. Roberts flicks it on. Taken there for the Tigers. Viney got it out to Cooper Luke. Sweeping handball at the top. Crashing in there. Geez, plenty of
Bigger, yeah.
vigour in this one. And it's held up.
Well, no, beg your pardons, as we said, the great rivalry these guys, these clubs have between each other, and certainly no beg your pardons today. When there's a trophy up for grabs, everyone loves to get their hold on it. So Dorr gets the ball down. McWaters dispossessed. Comes back to Brady Dorr. As Goldie said, he's been important. Got the ball forward. Good defensive intercept taken by Rigby Barnes. Feeds the ball out here wide. The King wing area to Nick Ingram. Will sit for him. He's got support from Grivell. Gives it across to him. Grivell in turn with the hands out to Petrenko. He'll do something with it. You can guarantee that. Nurses it forward to Salt. Oh, great use of the body. Benny Salt took the body. Then the push off from Mitchie Jing. And that's a very good mark.
Yeah, sensational mark.
And he'll kick straight down the barrel of cameraman Dallas Rogers here towards the entrance end. But great use of the body by Benny Salt. As you said, Crow listed top-up player.
He's kicked 26 goals for the year. Had a shot earlier in the match, went across the face for goal, if I remember correctly. So we're right behind it here. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's very good. Look at that. Beautiful. That's goal.
Beautiful kick.
Well deserved. Great use of the body. And the Magpies have settled over the last 5 minutes after Lobethal kicked the first 2 goals of the term through Carter and Riley inside the opening 5 minutes to draw even. And then the last 5 minutes has been the Hahndorf through Sam Hill and Ben Salt. That's a sign of a good side, Rob.
Yeah, just run off half back then, wasn't it? They got the ball out here through Nicky Ingram, I think, and Rigby Barnes. And, yeah, great kick. And Benny Salt.
Well, as we said, just the talent they position that forward, not only kicking goals, but setting up opportunities. Parker Boz doing the ruck work, got it down here. Hopwood. Frost sockers it forward, deflects off Jackie Bant. Then he's under pressure there from Hayden. The little man goes to ground.
Oh, high tackle? No.
Well, could always be a high tackle on Jack, but not on this occasion. So, ball up once again, Cooper Skinner. Troy Parker Bowles might make a career for himself. He's doing everything, goes for the ruck, finally gets a clearing kick, gets it back here, a bit of holding there, coming up Hill, clean bowled, snooping out to Stafford. He's dispossessed, goes back, phones a handball, gets it out there towards Ellsworthy. Handball back to Bampton, gives it back to, missed the target. Hahndorf will pounce on that as they do, coming through as Barnes. Gives it out here to a teammate in our comb over man. Ingram on the left, puts it in towards the corridor. Leap there, and a grab, no, not paid. Ball comes out here to Stafford, sells a little bit of candy. Not much room to work in. Finally gets the ball up here, but Scott Perling got his hands to it. Ball out over the boundary line. But Troy Parker Bowles doing it all, doing the ruck work. That's about Daniel Roberts out of the team. They do struggle a bit in that ruck capacity.
I think he made the All-Australian team, Goldie, for Country Carnival, I think.
Boundary throw in. Cooper Skinner front position. McWaters around the area, shovelled out by Hopgood, Braden Variety, got it out to Sam Williams. He's looking for Hayden or Ingram. Hayden wins out, goes to Barnes. So Rigby Barnes for Hahndorf. Kick towards centre forward. Went up early with Ben Pring against Dylan Hopgood. And Hopgood will win out here and get another inside 50 entry for the Magpies.
So Pring out wide. He's got a man out there loose. The sleeves might be...
Eckerman again.
Eckerman.
Yep.
Adam Eckerman, who's proving... Ashley Eckerman, sorry. Proving something of a goal-scoring option this afternoon. Hasn't got on the board. Sorry, did kick the second goal. So, Ashley Eckerman, as we said, more renowned as a defender, although he played a bit of junior football up forward in the early days.
Sturt Juniors as well.
So, Eckerman, kick from about 48, nurses the ball.
Oh, no, it's a bullet.
Stop it, stop it.
Great goal.
Perhaps he's signaling to the coach where he wants to play every week. But 2 goals from not a proven or renowned goal kicker, but placed up forward. He's certainly doing the job for his side this afternoon. So Hahndorf just stretch out that lead a little bit, Goldie. They'll move to 5-6. Lobethal 2-5 here, and we've played 16.5 minutes here, term 2. Call of the Wild. Trust you're enjoying our coverage here and also on Lofty 88.9 FM.
So, in the ruck, Troy Parker Bowles, as you said, against Cooper Skinner. Bampton crashing in against Kyle Chaney or Sam Hayden, I should say. Here's Hayden. He'll go a little short pass out the wing to Nick Ingram. Opens things up here. Ingram, just casually as you like, kick long, strong into the forward line. Here's Nightcamp. Brilliant.
And Cooper Skinner's hurt himself, boys. They're behind play in that ruck duel where I think he fell on his shoulder. So I'll keep my eye on that for you boys.
And speaking of injuries, boys have had a delay to the game over at Blackwood. Has been delayed by an hour. Apparently a badly broken leg in the B grade game. The game was held up for an ambulance, so that game will probably be finishing in darkness. As Nykamp, is it, has converted. So the fourth goal to term, and Hahndorf just starting to open a little bit of a gap here. So move on to 6-6 to 2-5, Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, I think they've just taken over in the centre of the ground, boys. So just giving their forwards plenty of opportunity. And it's, they've just got so many scoring avenues. So it's up to Lobie now to tighten up in the middle and see if they can just put the stops on for a little bit.
As we just go around the grounds once again, the scores that we have got: quarter time, Mackie 1-1, Gumaraka yet to score, Birdwood 4-1, Kangaroo 2 behinds, Mount Barker 3-3 lead, Nan Bremer 3 behinds.
Door one out to Viney, kicks forward. Cooper Skinner's just gone down to the change room. Meantime, it's in the forward line for the Tigers. Riley holding the ball, free kick here for Hahndorf. It'll go to Matt Jensch. So Jensch, centre half back area. Lobethal 2-5, Hahndorf 6-6. Hahndorf kicked last 4 goals of the match after scores were level. Stafford front position. Magpies, Grivell handballs out towards the boundary line. Cooper Luke just happy to see the boundary line. Doesn't eventually get there. Hahndorf keep it alive. Hayden, Eckerman. Great work here. Dylan Hopgood kick forward over the top. Here's a chance for Hill. Handballs over the top to Salt. Incredible stuff.
Yep.
Hahndorf went out, and that ball looked like it was going out of bounds, but just sheer persistence from the Magpies out in the wing there.
Yeah,
winning out. Sam Hayden and Eckerman just letting the opposition know there.
Yep.
Keeping just sheer desire to keep the ball alive.
Sheeny, that was Sheeny that kept it in there, Goldie, over the other side when everyone else stopped, and that was fantastic. Well done.
Fifth goal for the term for the Pies. We might go down and see why the trend is going. Jaden and Indy.
I'll tell you what, at the beginning of this quarter, the inside 50 count was 5-0 in Lobethal's favour. It now reads 7-8 in Hahndorf's favour. There's been a massive momentum shift, and, well, it's happened in such a short amount of time as well. What about you, Jaden?
The kicking count, 27-24 in favour of Hahndorf, and they were down by 20 kicks at one stage, so they've definitely revamped it this quarter.
Certainly have, thanks to the boys. Let you get back to your chips, boys, down there. So, once again, ball up, Door. Roberts back on the ground, got it down. Here's a chance for Bampton. Feeds out the ball, goes and gets it himself. Cricket pitch area, comes out here to Scroby. His kick is smothered by Matt Roberts. Rebound taken by Williams. Nice little State of Origin pass out there to Ingram, in turn gives it back to Williams. Goes down the corridor, lurking again. Headshot, 1 grab, 2 grab. Cooper Nykamp does it in the dry, does it in the wet. Such a productive and
2 tall pistols.
Yeah, creative target. So Cooper Nykamp only kicked the one for this afternoon, which gives him a total of 27 for the season, Goldie. But as we said, this multi-prong Magpie attack, certainly the second quarter. So kicking from about 48, dead straight is the result. Goal umpire really watches it go over the top of his hat. So Nykamp, second goal for the quarter. Magpies have kicked
6 goals in a row.
So they're just starting to really, well, I'd say it's over, but we've seen it so many times this season, Robbie Shearer.
Yeah,
they get challenged and
bang,
they
bang,
just flip
bang,
the switch.
and away they go, isn't it?
It's a sign of why they are such a very good side at the moment. Perhaps one of the best going around in country footy at the moment. So 8-6 to 2-5 here in the Call of the Wild. Once again brought to you by Chris Shaw Accounting, Mortgage Choice, Closey's, GE Hughes Construction, and Thomas Foods International from Thomas Foods Park.
Yep. Perling playing as the loose defender here, deep in defence. Meantime, Door flicked on there by Riley, relying a lot on those two. Handballs out to Pring. Oh, he probably could have kept running. Meantime, kicks it forward. And Perling, as I said, he's playing as a loose deep in defence. Switches out towards Nick Ingram. Opts to slow it down here with Ellsworthy on the mark, corralling him towards the boundary line. Goes towards Jensch. So Matt Jensch, deep in defence for Hahndorf. He goes with the switch. Oh, here we go. Cole Cheney's got a paddock. Can work in here. Weighs up his option, kicks it to a running Dylan Hopgood, who takes a beautiful chest mark.
What a great kick.
You know, the good thing about Hahndorf, they honour their teammate. he ran in position there and Hopgood to get it. So he gives across to the danger man and Eckerman. He'll go inside.
Petrenko.
Petrenko takes the
That
ball.
is brilliant.
Doesn't miss a beat as he runs into the goal.
Champagne footy.
And from one end in coast to coast, they're the most, Hahndorf Football Club. Fantastic teamwork, as I said.
How's about Petrenko? That was almost like dancing moves. Sort of
grabbed
just
the ball,
grabbed off. He went down the.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to get cleaned up, but he just beautifully pirouetted around.
As soon as Sheeny got the ball on the other
The thing
side
was
of the
there,
ground.
Dylan Hopgood made the effort to run, get the space, honoured with the kick, which was pinpoint accuracy.
Eckerman involved.
They moved it on. Eckerman got it, and then Petrenko just grabbed it,
Just
had the dancing shoes on as he weaved around on his left, and just dribbled through a nice goal. Just plenty of magic there. So Hahndorf, suddenly, as Goldie said, about 6 minutes in, it was an even ball game. Tigers are stuck on their score of 2-5. Hahndorf now 9-6. So really opening it out here. So back in the centre. Matt Roberts gets it down, taken by Riley. Gets it back to Bampton. This kick's important. Gets it out towards the wing area. Pring in the box seat under pressure from Eckerman. Gathers the ball. Eckerman applies that pressure. Pring still with the ball. Tries to bustle over the line for a try. State of origin style right in front of the home of the Tigers. And I'll tell you what, the Tigers fans might have been up and early in this term, but they're certainly a little bit subdued now, Goldie.
Yeah, I haven't noticed Cooper Skinner coming back after the change rooms. He, bit of an injury concern. Brady Dorr wins out in the ruck. Tried to flick it onto a teammate. Williams is set upon there by Jake Orick. And we've gone 24 minutes in the second term here. Dorr versus Matt Roberts in ruck. Pack forms, half forward line for the Tigers, bustling through there. Hayden got it on to Trent Mail. Front position, Sam Hale. Here we go, Hahndorf once again. Trace a bullet pass inside 50. Trying to fist it on there was Nykamp to a crummer. Out of defence now. Here's Petrenko for the Hahndorf Magpies. Tied on the boundary line.
Clever.
Works it brilliantly. Handballs over the top. Tried to get it to teammate there and Hill, and it's gone out of bounds.
I tell you what, conditions that might suit their football skills, as I said, not regular football skills. Been impressed today with Barnes and also Petrenko. Just said the touch in these difficult conditions has been fantastic. Ball comes down there, fit out by Riley. Missed the target. Bang up there's McWaters. He's under a lot of pressure. Ball comes back there and finally walked over the line. I think it was Giorgio. So the umpire is paying last touch, or no, it'd be a ball up. Just can't see.
He's paid for a throw.
Just you wouldn't believe, but the glare on the windscreen now here in the Valley of Praise from the sun, which has come out. So is it
free kick for Hahndorf?
Yeah, just trying to see who's got it. Is it Petrenko?
Might be Trent Mail.
Could be Trent Mail.
A bit of glare coming from the windows.
Rob Shearwood obviously not doing his job properly earlier in the week to clean the windows.
I was thinking I should get Matt to buy some clear ones.
There's indeed Trent Mail. I think it puts the tie for goal right on the last line.
Minus score.
No, it concedes the behind. So Hahndorf
9-7.
9-7 to 2-5 as we've played 25 minutes. So you reckon half time not too long away. Gets it back here to Giorgio. In the meantime, boy down behind play.
What's going on
It's
there?
going to be a free kick. Looks like it might be Stafford, I think. And there's a card being issued here, boys. Looks like it's Trent
Mail.
Yeah,
Yep.
a card has been issued. I think it's Stafford. Once again, right in front of the windscreen glare as he'll come back. But I think it's Jack Stafford.
So he's off for 10 minutes by the
So
looks.
10 minutes, but which will take in half time, of course. So Stafford resultant free kick from the yellow card. So a player up. They won't have much time to do in this quarter. Big fist there from Eckerman. Gets it back taken by Giorgio. Nurses the ball up the wing area. Oh, courage there by the Stallion as he run against the...
Fuller.
Trend the ball. Fuller grabbed the ball, held up at illegal disposal, says umpire Holmes. So good pressure applied by Troy Parker-Bowles. Of course, team at the Carnival last week. Nurses it across to Eckerman, who takes it right in front of the old timekeeper's box.
He's been good. Kick inside 50. Over the top of Luke Roberts coming through there. I think that was Hill. Got the sun right in our eyes here. Or the Tigers trying to mop up. Jenkins shovels it out. It's come off here to Sam Williams for Hahndorf. Kick right to the line. Or deep in attack over the boundary line. It'll be a boundary throw in. Will it? Or last touch?
Last
touch. Tigers off they go. Keen to move it on quickly. Tim Jenkins marks in front of Braden Hopgood.
So Jenkins half-back flank area bringing up the Dreammaker call area. Gets it up here to Matt Scroby. So Scroby thought about going inboard. Still a little bit undecided. So decides to go long at the wing area. Actually, here's a chance for Eckerman. Gets his body in front. Socket forward by Jens. Fortuitously finds Sam Hill. Runs around the man on the mark. Then just toe pokes up the line and finds Hopgood. So once again, just really good possession football by Hahndorf. Just lift the eyes and put the ball to the best advantage of their team, Goldie.
Yep.
So Dylan Hopgood, 6 goals for the season. Of course, as you said, played in the grand final last year for Lobethal. So back at the Magpies nest this year. So he'll be kicking right down the barrel of Dallas Rogers' camera.
Injured earlier in the season with an ankle against Lobethal.
He did.
So he's played the last couple of matches, and that's gone out of bounds on the full. So no change to the score, which is Hahndorf 9-7, Lobethal 2-5. 28 minutes gone, so not much time left in this term.
Oh, so the boy threw the ball back. It's actually hit the behind post and gone off again. Further from where he retreated. Well done, little fella. Persistent. So Alex Giorgio right next to said behind post. Deep in the back pocket, he'll kick long towards the King wing broadcast side. Perling. Brought down by Carter. Hayden tries to get out the back door. Eventually comes out. Fed out here to Matty Jens. Quick hands gets to Cheney. He'll get it across to Hopgood. Braden variety. Puts one forward. Gathered there. Well, it's Josh O'Loughlin. Got it back to Mitch Jenkins. He's in more trouble than early stretches. Gets it back here to Cooper. Luke got it to Bant and wobbles a kick forward. Comes to Carter. Gives it to the run of Scroby along the wing here. Tries to go inboard.
I don't mind
runs
that.
into a roadblock in the former 2 Magpies. Matty Roberts and Cheney. I can see what he was trying to do, but Cheney take the resultant free kick.
Off he goes. Cheney. Penetrating kick inside 50. Luke Roberts. Here's Nightcam. What will he do? Tighten the boundary line. Centres the ball, but it's come off there to Ben Pring with the blonde locks. Deep into defensive 50 for the Tigers. Hahndorf kicked 7 goals in a row. They lead 9-7. Lobethal 2-5. Short pass finds Mitch Jenkin. So Jenkin over the top. Running Tim. Put out the mitt and it's gone out of bounds. Free kick. Is it last touch?
It is indeed. See the effort Eckerman made, though, to make that a contest against Timmy Jenkin. And he's been rewarded for putting in the yards to get there. Oh, yes? No?
Yeah,
yes,
it is. Last touch.
He has indeed.
There you go. Yeah, well done. That's the little things. They kept the ball alive on the wing before, and now this play.
The 1%ers. Puts it up forward. Here's Carter working both ends of the ground.
Oh.
Comes to Fuller, feeds it out here to the run of Luke. Finally gets a clearing kick out there, but it's all Magpies going to ground. There was Barnes. Got plenty of support, though, as the ball comes back out here. Quick kick back in from whence it came. High lead there by
Carter.
Ball comes down there to Bampton, grabs the ball.
Great tackle.
Almost looked like a bit of anger on the Tour de France as the 2 helmeted boys, Parker Bowles and Little Jack.
There's only 2 players in the forward half of the ground for Lobethal. Lots of players around the contest here. 31 minute mark actually. So long term, mainly due to Hahndorf's goals. They've kicked 7 goals to 2. Rigby Barnes snap inside 50 to get and repeat forward entries. Hahndorf, can they win out? Just before half time, Petrenko tried to sock it off the ground. Oh, good tackle there by Nightcam, holding the ball, dangerous position.
Ooh, ducked the chutney, but really made no effort. But he got the desired result. Was Giorgio. Ball held up, but as Goldie said, only about 25 metres out from the teeth of goal. Ball comes down, attempted kick away by Luke Roberts. As the siren goes, as players pouncing on the ball to hold it in. So. Well, end of a interesting quarter. The opening 5 minutes, it was all Lobethal at the other end of the ground and certainly hit the front. But since that challenge, we've had, 7 goals kicked by the Magpies. So they hold a pretty handy 9-7 to 2-5 lead. So, 44 points if I'm correct, Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, it's been a great half. Oh, great, fantastic second quarter by Hahndorf. Once again, they didn't fall behind, did they? Lobie got
scores were even at the 4 minute mark,
and then it was almost like you can't do this, boys, and they tightened up around the midfield, and they just created opportunities for. They got so many options up forward, and when you got guys like Petrenko up, there's a couple of the things he did. Keep an eye, Camp, Salt.
Eckerman's kicked 2.
Eckerman's kicked 2. I mean, they're just so multifunction. And our come-over man on the wing and half forward, just creating opportunity. Both the Hopgood boys, Williams in the middle. It's the same old suspects week in, week out, boys. And, they're just so good to watch. It really is great to watch.
But even his second-tier guys like Sammy Hill, he's kicked 2 for the game, but as you said, he's willing to work and put the ball in a better position for his fellow forward. And if you recall, we got the game in the preliminary final last year against Blackwood, and we all know how hard it is to get a game in the A's. And he's held on to it. He played in the grand final, was rewarded with a premiership medallion, and he certainly obviously made it this year not just to be a bit player, but to be one of the first selected. And well done to him, and he's fitted in very well, Sammy Hill. So 2-5 to 9-7. We might go down and find how the game has changed with the halftime stats. Indy and Jaden.
Thank you, Pistols. At half-time, the total game stats at the moment read 14 hit-outs to 23. It was 10-13 in that quarter, but Lobethal had some early dominance. When they lost Cooper with a dislocated finger, though, things certainly took a shift for the ugly. It was also 8 inside 50s to 16 in that quarter, but it was 5 and zip in Lobethal's favour early on. So you have to think about how big that momentum shift was. That means Hahndorf got 16 of the last 19 inside 50s of that quarter. 6 centre clearances in the game to 7, 5 apiece in that quarter, but as we know, it's not about winning the stoppages with Hahndorf, it's about what goes down on the ground. And, well, certainly not only were Hahndorf punishing turnovers like they have been for the entire season and their entire dynasty, really, but once again, they were able to lock it in their forward half with some effective use of their defence. And, yeah, certainly looking at things now, it definitely got ugly in the duress of that quarter for Lobethal. It was hard to believe that it was neck and neck with 2 goals, 5 apiece at one stage, and now it's 2-5 to 9-7. So massive momentum loss there. I'm sure Jaden can give us more information on it.
Thanks, Indy. Well, the last time that Lobethal beat Hahndorf here was around 2014. And, well, in the early parts of that quarter, we thought, oh, maybe they could break that 7-year drought. But unfortunately, Hahndorf got their kicking boots on and kicked 7 goals straight, and they won the kicking count 48 to 36. And remarkably, that Lobethal were up in that count by 15 kicks in the 5-minute mark of that quarter. So Hahndorf got their kicking boots on. They also won the handball count 25 to 17. They won the marking count 16 to 11. They also won the tackling count 41 to 32. So they won every count in that quarter. In contrast, Lobethal won every count in the first quarter. So that's a funny thing, isn't it? So well done to Hahndorf in that quarter. Let's see if Lobethal can put up a bit of a fight now and make the game a little bit more interesting. Pistols, back to you, mate.
Thank you very much there to Jaden and Indy with the halftime stats that matter. And we said, what a turnaround in fortunes there for that, that quarter with drawing level at one stage. Just collating a couple of scores here, which we'll give to you shortly. Before we get into our special guest, we'll just let him sweat a little bit longer. But all right, going around the grounds here for Chris Shaw Accounting, Mortgage Choice, Closey's, G Hughes Construction and Thomas Foods International. Now Goldie, just over the hill. Oh, different day, different conditions. There's a few upsets. Macclesfield 4-6 leading Gumaraka 1-2. And Birdwood 7-2 leading Kangaroo 3-2. Half-time, Mount Barker 3-3. Nan Bremer 5 behind. So might be a bit of a glue plot out at the new Summit Sports Complex. What's that? What's that humour from the back of the Dreammaker? And quarter time, of course, as I said, at our delayed start, Mount Lofty 5-5, leading Blackwood 2-1 over at Windy Hill. As I said, that game will be finishing quite late, so it'll be under lights. Night football comes to Blackwood Oval. But in the meantime, tell you what's come to us. It's the Vice President of Lobethal Football Club, Shane Skinner. Thanks for joining us half-time on the Call of the Wild.
Thanks, Pistols.
We were actually aiming to get the President on, but because we wanted only good-looking people, mate. So, but I think he's actually paying the penalty for following either Carlton or Geelong.
Man. Yeah, he's in ISO. Hey? He's in ISO today, so.
Ah, righto. So thanks for joining us. Now, funny game, football, I suppose, at quarter time. looking pretty good there. But you know, I think every other club aspires to be like Hahndorf. They can just flick that switch, can't they?
Yeah, they just turned it on there in that last 5 to 10 minutes, and pretty hard to stop when those forwards are getting it delivered like that. So yeah, they're a good team to watch when they're in full flight.
Now, most importantly, from the rooms, the injury report, because
Well,
someone that you follow closely hopped them off. Or
we had another dislocated finger through that quarter as well from Cooper, who was playing pretty well, I thought.
Yes, he was.
And yeah, that adds to the list of about 20 at the moment, I think. So we're searching the depths to find fit players at the minute, but we're starting to get a couple back. Young Lockie Ellsworthy's back today and started the game pretty well, considering he's had no footy for all year.
He dislocated his shoulder, whatever, the very first trial.
First trial.
Yeah, so as you said,
went
this is his
down.
first real hit out as far as a match competitive situation. So, yeah. Hey, now listen, just run us through the Skinner football pedigree, which is quite deep, isn't it?
I think it missed me, mate. Obviously Dad, who you've spoken to before.
Yes, great man, Lyle Skinner, of course.
Yeah, I've played a little bit around the traps. Clark, my brother and I, who both played at Onkers, and
they were right. He was
Pistols.
He was the 19-man on the ground incident.
Exactly.
They were blamed.
Really?
Yeah.
He was stopped in by Shane Collins. Actually,
Yeah, I think. Well, Collie went
We
go
don't
off,
think-
It
didn't
was
he?
actually Colo's fault, but he
We won't forget this now. We don't forget anything, mate. So.
No, unfortunately I was on the bench that day with a dislocated shoulder, but no, he got a bit heated there, I think, and it was quite funny when they'd lined them all up there in a row. And
Yeah.
I'm surprised you remember that. It's a few years ago.
It's nothing that happens quite regularly in a game of footy, so it would stand out. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, so Clark was there, and he ended up playing up at Tanunda.
Yep.
I don't think they won he didn't win a flag, but he played in 3 or 4 grand finals, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then Brett, other brother, he played 1A grade game here and dislocated his shoulder too. So he
Thought I've got better things to do with myself.
didn't carry it on.
But as for yourself, obviously long time sponsor of the club, but also committee man, as we said, vice president. So how's the club going? It's been a real change of fortunes for the Lobethal Football Club.
Yeah, it has. We've had some really good imports come in Aidan Riley and Brady Dorr and a few of the other boys, Harry Vining.
Plus a few boys return home.
A few boys come back.
Giorgio, these guys.
Yep, those lads are all the sort of guys that you want to have around your club. Stick around, get involved. Just good guys to be around. So that's helped the younger kids, and it's just brought a bit of excitement back into the place.
And winning a few games, Shane, certainly helps.
Oh, certainly helps.
Changes the culture.
Yeah, it's brought people back to the footy, I think, and a bit of excitement. We seem to be struggling a bit with the kids at the moment with numbers. So against the stronger clubs, we struggle a bit. Although we won a few games for the year, so we can't complain on that front. But
I was just going to ask you, Shane. Obviously, that's the elephant in the room of a lot of footy clubs. Lobe, not the biggest place in the world, and when you look at it, surrounding areas, Burwood, Gumaraka, also the same sort of situation. Do you have any ideas on how things should be?
Oh, well, we explored an idea early in the year of even looking at creating a new junior club, incorporating all the northern teams.
Yeah.
And doing a few things along that line, which was interesting. And at the end of the last minute, we were able to pull our own team together. So we just felt that it wasn't going to quite work this year, but I can see it being maybe the future of where we go.
Was it last year, being the shortened season, that you did actually have an amalgamation with Gumaraka?
Yeah, last year we were in the same boat, and Gumaraka,
I know it was a
we
short
actually went
season.
and played
Yeah.
for. Oh, it was half and half, but we said
How did that work?
it was. It sort of worked. It was a little bit difficult. I just find it hard when you got people playing, like your kids are playing in one spot.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to get parents to go and watch there, and their other siblings are playing somewhere else.
Sure.
It just gets too hard.
And
so
also medical staff and backup support staff.
just all that. I find that really, really
But the previous,
I don't know what you do about it, but
but the previous year, and I think they actually won the flag. Birdwood and Gumaraka did a similar thing, and they actually had a combined composite jumper that they wore, which was quite impressive.
Yeah,
So,
no, it was good, but
do we have to look outside the circle?
I don't know what you do. I really don't. I understand it with the big clubs. They've got more kids than they know what to do with. So what do they do? And then on the flip side, we haven't quite got enough. So it's hard to stay. We can get teams on the park, but we're not always super competitive. It's not that the kids aren't having a crack, but it's just depth.
Yeah, I think it just needs a big think tank amongst all the clubs. I mean, the good thing is the gist we get going around the place. Most clubs, central clubs, care about the country clubs.
Yeah.
And they're all concerned. They don't want to go to SANFL style. They want to maintain the feel that is community footy, which is
country footy.
Country footy, which is great. You turn up, you drive up in your car. You know, there's 4 or 5 games every Saturday your club's involved in. We've just got to start thinking outside the square.
Well, that's sort of where we were coming from with the concept we sort of threw around at the start of the year, where if the boys did come to our club, they couldn't stay here and play senior footy for a couple of years. They had to go back to. That was the sort of.
And they pay their subs at their club, at their home club, and all that sort of stuff. I mean,
the only problem with all that was then, obviously, the country teams would like to have some of their kids playing before their A grade or B grade.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Which is fair enough.
But see, then if you had a woman's side, you could slot that into where the on your Saturday. But I mean, it's still
not an easy problem to fix.
But we've got to start thinking outside the square.
Yeah,
we really do.
So that was our idea where we were sort of thinking might head, but just what didn't happen this year.
And just quickly, as the sides almost decided we don't want too long a break at half time, get this over done. Of course, the light towers here, an addition since the last time we were out here.
I've got to say, it's been a pretty exciting 12 months with the rec ground. Obviously, the rec ground control all the sporting clubs here, and they've done a fantastic job over the last 12 months, along with the money that the footy clubs put into lights. As you've probably been inside the club rooms, there's been some big improvements in there as well. The amount of sponsors we managed to get this year's been unbelievable. And the Oval, there's a whole heap of things here that just we're hoping.
Well, Lobie's always been such a great venue, and I'd imagine a nice balmy night with the lights.
The night against Donkers, did you boys do? I can't remember.
No, we didn't do that one.
That was a fantastic night.
I can imagine how the players would actually appreciate the lighting at training as well.
Oh, mate, you can't hide in the pocket anymore.
I was going to say,
training.
My career's finished.
Yeah. Why wait till Christmas time to light up the Valley of Praise? That's
exactly.
footy season now. So.
No, the lights have been fantastic.
Great. And just finally, Shane, been a big couple of years for the community. Everyone's strong as ever in the region.
I think so. I think it was pretty impressive how the whole community, especially after the fires, pulled together and actually pulled it all back on track. I think, including all the sporting clubs here and Onkers, we all helped each other and got behind each other, which was fantastic. So,
fantastic. All right, Shane, we appreciate you very much coming in for a chat at halftime. So we wish the Lobethal Football Club all the best for the rest of the season, and we know good, honest, hard-working club people like you that the future is pretty rosy for them. So. Good club off the field, so I just need to go that one step better. You're around the mark on the field.
You're almost there. We just got to stop getting injuries. We'll be all
right.
All right, Shane.
Thanks, Shane.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you very much. It's the second half underway here. Shane Skinner, the vice president, popping in there for a bit of a chat with us. So, Cheney works the ball forward to Perling, who, if I'm right, Goldie has the opportunity to be the most capped premiership player with equal 6 with the great Lester Francis. So the GOAT, getting better with age, nurses the ball up in front of the pavilion. Leaper there was Roberts. Ball comes to the ground, support at ground level. Hayden takes the ball. He's bundled over the line right in front of the members' pavilion here. So the wind's still a little bit strong here. The breeze palmed out there, taken by Parker Bowles. No, dispossessed. Scragged too high. he claimed, but the free kick has gone to Dorr. Dorr quickly gets across to Matt Scobie. Went to handball the invisible man and decided not to. So Matty Scobie, what's on offer? Goes back out wide. Finds Timmy Jenkins, who's snuck up in front of the home of the Tigers sign. So the Tigers trailing by 44 points here at half time after they trailed by 14 at quarter time. Actually equalled the score early in the second term, but then as they often do, the Magpies just went bang, 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 bang. And speaking of what they usually do, the GOAT with another typical great intercept mark.
Half back line. Third term is underway now. 2 minutes gone. Hahndorf 9-7, Lobethal 2 goals 5. Kick out there from Braden Hopgood towards the boundary line. And that's where it'll end up.
I think it was Riley there slipping over it.
I haven't noticed Cooper Skinner, as we said, he dislocated finger. So hopefully he's all right. Meantime, stoppage situation in between here. Hayden, and it's gone out of bounds. So that's out in the full. And a free kick here for the Tigers, just holding it up early in the second term after Hahndorf kicked Hahndorf kicked the last 7 goals for the match after scores were even at the 4-minute mark in the second term. And I think this is Cooper Luke now.
So Luke in front of the canteen sets the ball back up the interchange wing area. Over the top, Cheney went through his hands. Hayden got his hands through. Kick deflected there, bouncing ball. First to get his Mitch Jenkins. Crashes through. Hopgood managed to get the ball back out to Riley, and he'll crash through as he does. Folds the ball across here to Viney. Gets across here to Timmy Jenkins right in the centre of the ground. Got a loose man out here on the wing area. And taking that ball there is Ellsworthy. Good to see Lockie back after that shoulder injury pre-season. Gets it across to little Jackie Bampton. Jack Andrew taking the mark.
Mitch is all by himself out on the other side there. Didn't
Goes
see him.
towards the pocket area. I tell you what, tough going here. Rigby Barnes knocks the ball forward. Great attack on the ball there by
that's good.
Ellsworthy, considering he's coming in with that shoulder that he did. He's got plenty of confidence in that. As Goldie said, holds the ball in. So about 35 to 40 metres out. Attempt to track down. Bamp to disperse. Dorr got his hands to it. Ball forward. Claimed by Carter. No, said the umpire.
There we go.
Claimed in the end by Dorr.
He's doing everything.
And he is playing very well in difficult conditions for a big man. Very versatile Brady Dorr. So,
well, you're considering no Cooper Skinner at the moment and no Henry Voigt. He's having to carry the ruck load and he's doing a great job.
So in a positive to start the second half of this Courier Cup final for 2021, Lobethal get the first score on the board, a goal to Brady Dorr, 3-5 to 9-7.
So that ends the Hahndorf's run of 7 goals unanswered. In the middle, Cooper Luke, Aidan Riley and Tim Jenkins. Brady Dorr in ruck. And for Hahndorf, Troy Parker-Bors in there with Matt Roberts, Sam Williams and Sam Hayden. Matt Roberts in ruck. Out here on the wing, we've got Ingram. He's opposed to Scroby. So Rucks will go at it. Dorr, last goal. Flicks it beautifully over the back. Riley, the two SNFL experienced players combining there, kicks it towards Carter territory. Perling, that's holding the ball. Great little period here for the Tigers. Can they maintain it? And Matt Fuller, experience coming to the fore there.
Well, the coach leading by example there, as you said, Benny. Great tackle applied there. So Matty Fuller, chance to kick his first for the afternoon. It's an injury-interrupted season for him as well. Only his third appearance in the Tiger stripes this afternoon, but has kicked 7 goals. I tell you what, he's getting himself a decent run-up as he goes back to the cricket pitch area, DK Lilly style. So Matty Fuller kicking towards the Tweedvale entrance.
He's getting a bit of advice here from Petrenko as he comes in.
Yeah, he is indeed. So Matty Fuller sets it on its way. I tell you what.
The old come on.
As they all get around Petrenko there and said, what about those? So, I like about these games, these two keen rivals, they're pretty willing to have a bit of an assessment of each other, aren't they?
Yep.
So, Tigers, and first 2 goals in the second half.
Of course, Lobethal, the only team to beat Hahndorf since 2018 Anzac Day game, and that was last year's second semi-final. So, especially if they get Brady Dorr and Aidan Riley just getting clearances like that, still in it.
As you said, experience combining. Can they do it again? So Dorr against Matty Roberts. Door got it down the direction of Riley, but stolen there by Parker Bos. He taps the ball out wide, tamed by Hopgood.
There we
he
go.
runs in about 3 or 4 Tigers. They're hungry for the...
Yeah, it's the pressure. Adler brought the pressure and closed it up against Hahndorf.
Well, if you remember in the opening, it took about 5 minutes for the first score of the game. So they've similar thing. Brady Dorr is doing it all. Hacks it out of there and ping by the umpire. Very nice hack out of the air to Matt Roberts. Hands it off to Williams. Gets up the line to Hopgood. He's held up there, right in front of the Lobethal coaching staff. But bizarre.
He wanted out the ruck with the foot.
Yeah, so Hopgood, Braden, nurses up the half forward. Jenkins involved there. Comes to ground level. Held up there was Matt Roberts. Tried to get his boot to ball. Did, but unfortunately the umpire had held the game up. So right around from the canteen area. So bright start the second half from the Call of the Wild. The vibe of Hills Footy. Trust you're enjoying our worldwide live stream and also the broadcasts on Lofty 88.9 FM 4-5 Tigers 9-7 Hahndorf.
And just a reminder who's to come back into this Tigers lining up. We'll just wait for another stoppage here. Luke Nitschke's set to come back, I'm assuming. Henry Voigt, Braden Fisher potentially. I think Joe Zatto's done for the year.
Huxter?
So potentially. So there's some handy players to come back into this Lobethal lineup. Is there a blood rule? Yes, there is. Sam Hayden coming off the ground. And Xavier Parker-Bors coming on for Magpies, it looks like.
So just repeating around the grounds, half-time, Mackie 4-6, Gumaraka 1-2, Birdwood 7-2, Kangaroo 3-2. And in Division 1, Mount Barker 3-3, didn't score that quarter. Nan Bremer 0-5, and Mount Lofty 5-5, lead Blackwood 2-1. A quarter-time score there due to an injury in the B grade.
Kick into attack, Pring for the Tigers. Dangerous position here for the Tigers' defence. Under pressure from Salt and Petrenko, and they hold it up directly in front, about 30 metres out from goal towards the scoreboard end of the ground, which reads Hahndorf 9-7, Lobethal 4-5. Lobethal have opened up with 2 goals like they did in the second term.
So, pack football, close to ground, stolen at the back door by Riley, the boy from Illawarra. Puts it out here, the only man at home would be Leake. Will it sit for him? Yes, he gavs it, got support from the skipper and Cheney.
Bampton.
Clever little balk and turn by Cheney, puts it back towards half forward. Jenkins got his hand to the ball, but also looks like he got his hand to Hopgood, a Braden, sorry. So Braden Hopgood would result in free kick. So you go inside 50, looking for a lead here. Nice spoil in the end for the Tigers by Stafford. Ball comes down here. Stafford feeds the ball out to a teammate there. Pumping the legs is Cooper Luke. Run towards the wing area. Gets it out wide. Here's a chance bouncing ball. Well gathered by the coach.
He does
an equal bit of Cheney style. Puts it up here towards Bampton.
The big forward.
His height.
Here he is.
Pumps the little legs. Gets his hand on. He's
that's
hit the post.
Yeah, it is
Great
unfortunate.
use of
the body.
But, bit of soft shoe shuffle here, both sides.
Yeah, there's been a momentum shift here. A couple more goals will make it very interesting.
So, Leak, back pocket area. This is the ball up forward. Target is Salt. Slides, didn't complete the mark. O'Reilly's all over the top of him like a cheap suit. Gets it round the corner, attempted to kick away. Was Grivell, gets it back to Riley. Pushes his way through.
He looks
gets
at him.
Old has a touch on the ground.
What's that for? Trip. No, it's a trip.
Anyway, bit of confusion here. The umpire in charge of the area didn't know what's going on. They look at each other, but...
Riley's looked back at him and said, you stay down on the ground while I move the ball forward.
Anyway, the main thing is it's ended up in the hands of...
Now,
Matty
if he
Fuller.
kicks this, they'll really get around him. There's a distinct... Well, good to see Braden Fisher out there. He's running the water. That's a good start, at least, for the big man as he makes his way back into the Tigers lineup, hopefully later in the year.
So Fuller the chance to kick consecutive goals for the Tigers. Dorr kicked the opening one, then Fuller 2 minutes later, so another important kick, probably the same distance on the left foot.
Once again, here we go.
Move. As the Tigers get around him.
There's a bit of light coming through at the Valley of Praise here. As they'd...
so 9.5 minutes gone. They've added 3 goals since half-time and just bridged the gap a little bit. Mind you, they were 44 points behind at the long break. They've reduced that significantly, but still would like a couple more as they've moved on to 5-6 to 9-7 in the Courier Cup final coming to you from Thomas Foods International Park in the Valley of Praise, Goldie.
Yes, this is crucial in the middle here. Brady Dorr and Riley, they're combining brilliantly in this term. Here we go. Can they win out again? Almost. was going towards him. Timmy Jenkins, though, he wins out. Sockers it towards the half-forward line. One-on-one contest. Cheney's around the action. Timmy Jenkins applying the blowtorch on Trent Mayo and holds the ball up left half-forward line for the Tigers. 5-6-36. Hahndorf's 9-7-61. So 25 points the margin as we head towards the 11-minute mark in the third term, and the Tigers are starting to sniff something here.
So hands and knees stuff there. Ball comes out here to Grivell. Can he grab it cleanly? No, he can't. Comes out here to Luke. Left foot. Hacks it back. High lead there by Fuller. Over the back of the pack. Go by Hahndorf. In the meantime, Fuller's marking attempt infringed on Rigby Barnes, I think it is. Or is it Cheney? Cheney, he did point to Barnes, but anyway, it's with the Cheney this time. Gives it to Barnes, said, here, you can have this kick. So Rigby Barnes right in front of the Hahndorf coaching staff. And of course, Coach Matty Golding responded in the shorts once again. Gets it up. Parker Bowles rises in the air. Troy Variety takes a good mark. As I said, picked in the SA Country Championships team at the Carnival. Well done, young man. He'll nurse up the line further.
This is about the time in the second term Hahndorf just said, okay, we'll take over.
Yeah, enough's enough.
So let's see if it happens again.
Comes out here to Hayden Goodgather there under pressure from Pring. He's just
great stuff.
And out on the full. So good pressure applied by Benny Pring there, right in front of the
gone over the fence there.
Is it?
On top of the shed, I reckon.
So
we might have a lost ball.
So I reckon Benny Pring's got time to have a pasty from the adjacent canteen while he waits for the ball to come back.
How are you seeing it, Rob?
Barbecue chicken's still blowing. So this, yeah, no. Here comes a spare ball, but no, it's definitely a momentum shift, boys. It'd be interesting, like you say, Goldies.
It's not blowing as strong as it was earlier, though.
No.
It's more a gentle zephyr at the moment than a hurricane.
A zephyr.
If they could get it to within 3 goals at three-quarter time, then just go from there.
Keep in mind they're probably kicking with the aid of a 3-goal breeze, you would think, now at the moment.
So the ball's been retrieved. So I've got 2 footballs on there. It's going to be like the tennis player.
Which one do I serve? Which one do I use?
Which one do I kick?
Whatever one feels better.
I hope they sanitise the one that's come back.
Don't touch it. All right, here we go.
Let's not go there.
Kicks the ball out towards centre wing. Brady Dorr over the top of Perling. Here is Leake. Oh, he's driven into the ground there by Mitch Carter. Says you're not going anywhere. And Matty Golding, he'd be just having a bit of a think about this period. Good period for the Tigers, that's for sure. Majority of the play in their forward half of the ground. We'll go to the stats guys shortly. See if they can back up that. Scroby, meantime, snaps it towards the forward line. Luke versus
Grivell,
and it's gone out of bounds. Jaden and Indy.
Yeah, things have started to crank up in the intensity department. 5 inside 50s apiece, 2 centre clearances apiece. 7 hit-outs to 4, actually in favour of Lobethal, surprisingly, despite that injury to Cooper in the last quarter.
And also 21 kicks to 13 in favour of Lobethal, and also winning the handball count 6-4, so well done to them.
Thanks to the boys. As the ball comes out to Ingram. Ingram's kick forward, bouncing ball. Jenkins was the infringing opponent there. No, said the umpire. Finally a kick forward there by Hopgood. Here's a foot race. The Squid Giorgio versus 2 Magpies. Oh, very professionally takes the ball over the boundary line there, just to say the umpire didn't notice that. No deliberate style. So the academy boy will pitch the ball back in front of the King Design Pavilion. Throw in, front position. One down by Carter. Close to the line once again. Player besieged, I think it was Mitchie Jenkins on all 4s near the boundary line. So umpire will come in. Umpire Holmes still in the sun hat. So toss up right in front of the canteen. Carter gets the ball down. Hopgood lurking. Also Ingram puts his head over the ball. Could have been a high tackle, but no, said the umpire. So right in front of the Wise Men Pavilion there as they dub it out at the Valley of Praise. Ball comes in there. Oh, good work there by Ingram. I think got ball forward. Salt was the leaper over the back. Comes down here. Taken by Stafford. He's been handy this afternoon. Oh, good pick up there by Vine. He puts towards Pring. Will sit for him. Got assistance from Jackie Banton at ground level.
Good vision.
Good vision as he raised it and called by Gold. He gets out into Ellsworthy. He's got support. Does it on his
Here
own.
we
No.
go.
Goes towards the pitch here. Finds Jack Maxwell.
Oh, he's got Timmy Jenkins running for him. Goes towards the half-forward line. Matt Fuller, he's turning it on in this term. 1-on-1 versus Trent Mayo. Could have been held on to. The umpire sees it that way.
Yep.
Clever work from the playing coach, and he's getting a bit of a zing in his step here.
That's one of the best transitions for the Tigers this afternoon so far, Goldie.
Hahndorf under the pump. Opportunity for Lobethal to kick 4 goals in a row and bring the margin back to 3 goals. Fuller's kicked the last 2. playing coach. Great to have him back in the lineup last couple of rounds. Kicks 9 goals for the year, has he?
Yeah.
Yep. 7 entering today. Good side for us to see him right behind him here. Gives himself a bit of room there. Long kick. Doors down there. Oh, he's eating a sandwich and he's taking the mark 1-on-4.
Just too tall, boys. Too tall.
Have a look at this.
That was
Just
a
looking at the,
great grab.
It was about the
He
Perling.
just stood-
Perling was down there. I think Matty Roberts was down there.
Griville was there.
Slowly but surely, we're down to 3 goals now.
Yep.
I tell you what, he stood up just like the spear on top of the Lutheran church
Here
up
we
the
go.
road. Great grab by Big Braids.
Yep. Matt Roberts was down there. Joel Leake was down there. Cheney was down there. And Brady says, I'll have it. Thanks very much.
So Dorr and Fuller combining for 2 each. So 4 goals to this term. Hahndorf capped on the half-time. Scored led by 44 points. Been reduced now 6-6 to Tigers. 9-7 here on the Call of the Wild. And we've played 17 minutes in the third term.
It's a good contest now, boys.
It was Courier Cup up for grabs, and also Hahndorf undefeated record after 12 rounds, round 13 here. Ball comes down there, taken by Williams, taken high there by McWaters. So Williams haven't seen a lot of him this afternoon. We usually do, but he's still been handy what he's done. Puts the ball forward, coming out high was Nykamp, the leaper. Petrenko lurking, going to ground is Giorgio. Under the pack situation, Pring over the top. Also looked like it was Hopgood, Dylan, so the umpire will come in and board up. So game on here, 9-7 plays 6-6. So just over a 3-goal margin here. Ball comes down to Bampton, the little fella.
It was a 7-goal margin.
Was that too high? No, you can never with Little Jack. So umpire Holmes recommences play. So in front's Carter. Fists the ball wide. Petrenko lurking. Bunts up the ball. Taken here was Oric. Go back to a teammate in O'Loughlin. Viner getting involved. Long handball was back. Could be dangerous play here. The more times you handle it, you overturn it.
Last touch,
and last touch. So Lobe, unfortunate mistakes there. Allowed Petrenko right in front of the King Design Pavilion. I think he's going to have a shot in. Quite capable of kicking this, Goldie.
All right.
Only the one for this afternoon, but leading goal kicker at the moment with 36 goals for the
We're
comp.
near the light tower. It's gone for the wedge shot there, Rob, into the pocket. And Stafford almost wrapped up the mark. Off he goes to Bampton. Just keen to run it, the Tigers. Kick to the wing. Perling camps himself near Brady Dorr. They look like they were on there. Just watching Matt Golding. He's pacing the line. Just having a bit of a chat to his interchange bench area. Kick inside 50. Good defensive foil there for the Tigers. Try and pick up that player. Meantime, it's coming back in from Hahndorf. High ball. Mitch Carter, actually, it was. Versus Salt. Here's Giorgio. Flick over the top. Beautifully done there. McWaters. Little pass from Carter. He's getting some handy play in the defensive half of the ground. Short pass up the wing from the Tigers. Here's Carter again. Just mentioned him. So
I can give you a score update, boys. As I said, the game's starting late due to an injury in the B grade. Half time, Mount Lofty 6-6, Blackwood 4-5.
Auric, I think it is here. Jake Auric, centre wing. Patient build up. One more.
Back to
and
a 2-goal
we're back
game.
to 2 goals, and then it's really game on. Kick inside 50. Perling camps himself. He's got some handy touches in the last few minutes. Here's Griville. He gets it to Trent Mail. Next goal's crucial. Kick forward. Jenkin. You can sense the Tigers are on. Pring, Stafford. He can go inboard. He backs himself in. Long, strong Brady Dawes down there. What will it do? Bounces through for a minor score. Oh, they're coming. 3 goals the margin, exactly.
Yeah, a couple of just long kicks, boys, wasn't it? From half back through the centre of the ground, and then, looking for a door up forward again, and, just wide of him. So, Jensch to bring the ball back in for Hahndorf.
So, Jensch, as Rob says, he brings it out towards us. Griville, Hayden, strong mark against Mitch Jenkin. 3 goals even is the margin. Lobethal kicked 4 goals in a row. Lobethal Hahndorf 9-7. Haven't added a goal since half time. Lobethal 6-7. They've kicked 4 in a trot. Meantime, over the top. Here is Tim Jenkin. opts to go inboard and open it up Pistols, and he finds Bampton. They're doing this well.
Yeah, little Jack handballs off the run of Giorgio, gives it back here to Viney, gives it back here to Maxwell, gets the ball forward, but getting back there and taking a mark, Matty Roberts. Of course, filling the shoes of older brother Daniel out this afternoon. And done pretty well in the ruck duels. He handballs across to Sammy Hayden. Kicks it back out the flank area. Here's a chance for Salt. Will it sit for him? He's under pressure. Jenkins there. He's got support.
Hello.
Got support there from Scroby. Scroby gets a handball from Jenkins.
Good stuff.
Over the top here to Stafford. Pring's there. If he needs him, goes back to Viney.
They're on
Tigers
top.
thinking about
They
their
are on
game now.
top.
Give it
They
back.
are on top.
Give it back here to Maxwell. So playing possession football now, the Tigers. They realise turning the ball over is not the way to beat Hahndorf. So possession footy comes out wide here now to Timmy Jenkins. King Wing broadcast side here in front of the Dreammaker. So Timmy Jenkins, he'll go across to younger brother Mitch. So the Tigers, I said possession. He's got Elliott over across the switch. If he wants, he'll go short again. That's a dangerous kick. Could be the turnover. One go.
He's paid it. He's paid the mark.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, he's very lucky there, Viney.
Wow.
Must be his birthday.
They paid Gary Ablett back in '94.
So they want to make sure their possessions. Nurses up the line to Bampton.
That's a mark.
That's a mark, yeah. Yes, he has. Handballs off to Giorgio. Quickly goes long inside 50. Coming out there. A bouncing ball.
Brady.
Here we go.
They're well aware of him.
Gone.
Go! Riley applying a big tackle. They're certainly well aware of Brady Dorr up there now, boys.
Great pressure.
Certainly well aware. So, Yench.
There, blowtorch
Sorry,
is being applied
Rigby
big
Barnes.
time.
Rigby Barnes with the ball in the sleeves. So, surging the Tigers here, closing the gap. They need a couple more before three-quarter time. 22 minutes ticked over. Handball at the back here to Grivell. Nurses a little kick up the line, finds Sammy Williams, and in turn quickly moves out wide to Troy Parker Bowles, the true wing area. He's got support, does on his own, gives it back there to Grivell. Under pressure, gives it to Mail. Mail gives to Ingram, a wedge kick forward, coming across as Elliott. Great work by him, put the ball to the ground, but it's coughed up here, taken by Hayden to the top of the square, one-on-one. Salt and Jenkins. Salt once again using the body brilliantly.
Just persistence, boys.
And
Got that ball forward.
Talking about possession football, they moved it all the way from the half-back line along the pavilion side wing.
Yep.
And a great spoil there by Elliott, but unfortunately meant the ball went to ground and they were a player short, and Hayden giving the ball and then just centering the ball, one-on-one contest. And this guy's got plenty of footy smarts for someone so young against an experienced campaign and Timmy Jenkins. So this will break the back of a revival for the Tigers. Salt 2 for this afternoon so far. You'd think he'd kick this. He does deliberately steer it through. So very important goal for the Magpies. Their first since half-time. 23 minutes into the third term, they get that goal, which just breaks a bit of a run. Jaden and Indy.
Thanks, Pistols. So 43 kicks to 29 in favour of Lobethal. They're actually winning every count at the moment. 18 handballs to 8, 17 marks to 11, and the intensity, they're still keeping up the intensity even though they've had more of the ball than Hahndorf. 20 tackles to 18. Indy, you're taking the game, mate.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see that Hahndorf are actually still winning the inside 50 count for this quarter, 8-11. Wouldn't have been expecting that based on the way Lobethal are playing, but as you could see, Hahndorf just hit out again.
So, back in the middle, meantime, Hahndorf getting repeat forward entries. Ingram up towards the half-forward line. Parker Ball, Zabian variety. Meantime, coming through was Luke Roberts. Gets it to Troy Parker Ball, snaps it towards the half-forward line. Lobethal just got to keep going here. They've proven that they're right in this contest. Stafford, short pass out to Timmy Jenkins. Went in, bulldozed, and that'll be held up out of side.
Yeah, well done by Ingram then, I think.
So Hahndorf 10-7, Lobethal 6-8. Lobethal have kicked 4 goals to 1 in this term after a 7-goal-to-2 second term from the Magpies. And just Hahndorf just looking to wrestle back momentum here as we head towards the 25-minute mark.
Three-quarter time, Mackie 5-8 lead, Gumaraka 2-4. Could be an upset brewing there, Goldie. And Mount Barker 4-5 lead, Nairn have come back 3-5. 1 goal to difference at the summit, three-quarter time.
Here we go.
Well done.
Tigers were moving the ball forward. Great work from Cheney. Got it towards Rigby Barnes. Stafford, what can he do here? He got it onto Scroby. Got it to Timmy Jenkins. Look at the vision. That's nice. Got it out to his brother. It'll be Grivell versus Jenkins. Jenkin wins out, but it's gone straight down the throat of Cheney with a bit of pressure there from Gribble.
He just reads the ball so well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does indeed. The boy from Warwick, the Bill, puts it across to Trent Marr. He's quite happy just to stand his ground and mark the mark for Jackie Bampton to come in. So they're just playing possession football now, winding down the clock towards three-quarter time. We're 25 minutes gone. No doubt Coach Matty Golding will reinstate the message. So Matty Yench here, just down from the Dreammaker on the outer King wing. Trust you're enjoying our coverage of Call with the Wild Footy. Live stream. Brady Dorr comes across. Parker Bowles stands his ground.
That's a good kick.
Impressed with him every time I see him, and can see why he state country gets
a player.
Gives a little bit of message to the boys on the seat here. Just give them a bit of a wind up. So
that's how you do it, boys.
Parker Bowles, high kick. Luke Roberts gets to the front of the pack, got his hands to it. Throws himself out.
He's been great, Stafford.
Yes, gets towards Riley. Head over the ball, gives it back to Timmy Jenkin. Got time to study what's on offer. Goes bang towards centre forward. Cheney in the box.
Oh, good work,
well
Carter.
done there. Bring the ball to ground was Carter. Bampton, the small man, gets it to the run here of Zane.
Oh,
Gribble.
Carter. That
And
deserves
Carter involved in
Yep.
two important passages there. Sport the marking opportunity. Ball come to ground, then drop back to provide the target.
Yep.
So
that deserved the clap.
Mitch Carter here.
Matty Fuller going up.
Only
to
the
him as
one
well.
for the game.
Thinking.
Chance here to kick. Very vital game goal here, Goldie. As we said, probably in the shadows of three-quarter time, 26.5 minutes gone. Tigers aiming for their fifth goal to term. Magpies have scored one. And they cling to the lead.
Oh,
As the siren's
siren.
gone. So 10-7 to 6-8.
What we like here on Call of the Wild, bit of tension.
We love the tension here, Alfred Hitchcock style.
What do you reckon, boys?
So Carter, no doubt about his kick ability, 33 for the year, second on the overall list, going for his second towards the Tweedvale end. He'll need to start it out left
Okay, have a
with
look.
the breeze. He's far.
Yes! No.
No,
sorry.
Just
No.
shaded.
Yeah, it was
The theory was right, but anyway, set up. Exciting game here. Just a little bit of
Three-goal four.
verbal as the teams head towards three-quarter time. Game still on the line, the Courier Cup, of course, for 2021. Hahndorf leading 10-7 to
6-9.
6-9
I
it is.
reckon.
Scoreboard, man. I think you're right, Goldie. The
They're
kids,
just a bit slow.
the kids haven't got their shoes off. It's too cold today to count on
No.
their toes.
Mate, double pair of
I
socks.
tell you, man, wish he had he's got the fingerless on today to control the camera out here, but our man,
Oh, I've noticed that.
Dallas, I don't think he'll be playing the piano tonight because we have about two fingers left with the frostbite. But he's brave, and that's why we love him. And I tell you what, we also love is Jaden and Indy. And here they are. Stats that matter, three-quarter time.
Cheers, thanks, Pistol. So 50 kicks to 35 in favour of Lobethal. They actually won every count like they did in the first quarter. So kicks 50 to 35, 23 handballs to 8, 19 marks to 14, 27 tackles to 25 in favour of Lobethal. So like I said, they won every count there, and when they kicked the first two goals that quarter, we thought, oh, Hahndorf going to come back here. But well done to Lobethal for standing their ground and making it an interesting game. Indy, your take on the game, mate?
Yeah, Lobethal really bit their way back into it from those first 5 scoring shots. They were 4-1. Just missed that last one at the end of the third. But in the inside 50 count department, it was 9-13 in that quarter. It was actually in favour of Hahndorf, surprisingly. They just managed to get a couple repeat entries. But I have to say, if we were measuring by the time spent on the forward half of the ground, Lobethal would definitely be the victor. It's up to 27 inside 50s to 42 for the game. There were 8 hit-outs apiece in that quarter, so I think Lobethal are faring quite well with the Roberts pair, that is. Especially considering, once again, Cooper's finger injury in that second quarter. And the centre clearances for the game read 8-11 were 2-4 in Hahndorf's favour that quarter. But I'll certainly say this, Lobethal got a really nice run on in that third quarter. And I thought it was a fantastic passage of play, which we haven't really seen against Hahndorf for quite some time. That being said, I reckon really what the ultimate exploitation could be are those rebound 50s, because to Lobethal, a rebound 50 against that Hahndorf defence can be a chore, but to Hahndorf, it's an opportunity to score at the other end. So Lobethal will need to have more ferocity coming out of the defensive half, as well as those stoppages. But really, this is a game about contested football and turnovers and whoever punishes the hardest. So that's where the game will be determined.
Thanks very much to Jaden and Indy. That's a three-quarter time here locked up. So if I'm right, Robbie Shear with a 22-point margin.
22. Yep, good quarter. Well, 5 goal to 1 quarter there
So
by
when you look at the context of the match, Hahndorf led by 14 points at the quarter time. And then about 6 minutes into the second term, the Tigers got an equal footing. I think it was 2-5 apiece, and then Hahndorf just rattled on, as Goldie said, about 7 goals in a row. So they led by 44 points, 9-7 to 2-5 at half time. And now that margin's been pulled back to 22 points here at three-quarter time. 10-7, the Magpies held just 1 goal. I'd suggest that's one of their lowest scoring quarters in the season.
Yeah, it would be.
And 6-9 to the Tigers, so they're giving themselves a chance here to win the Courier Cup, perhaps for the first time since 2002, where the Magpies have just dominated the competition. I think they've won every one of these Courier Cups since 2015, so seeking another bit of hardware for the Graham Caisler's display case.
I think it'll get down to Dorr and
Riley.
O'Reilly in the middle there, Pistols.
The clearance, and also Carter, obviously.
If they can
Fuller,
stop, if Hahndorf can
coming
stop
in the
that.
game. So goal kickers in that quarter, 2 to Dorr, 2 to Fuller, and Salt getting his 3rd goal of the afternoon for the Magpies. Around the grounds for, of course, our valuable supporters today: Chris Shaw Accounting, Mortgage Choice, Closey's, GE Hughes Construction, Thomas Foods International here in the Calder Wild, Macclesfield 5-8, Gumaraka 2-4 just over the hill. So could be an upset brewing there, and another upset. Birdwood 9-6 leading Kangarilla, the competition equal competition 5-4.
Oh, really?
And in Div 1, as I said, Mount Barker 4-5 leading Nan 3-5, and half time, bearing the game started late, Mount Lofty 6-6 are leading Blackwood 4-5. So set for an entertaining second half, and that vital game. So all these games vital this afternoon.
They are.
Low scoring slog, so Hahndorf for 10-7, you'd suggest one of the higher scores today. So they'll be looking to try and hang on to the Courier Cup. So we're away, final term here, call of the Wild. The Vibe of Hills footy, your caller is Benny Goldfinch.
Well, important that they get momentum in the ruck, and we've got an early free kick here to Aidan Riley. Riley and Dorr, they're going to be a key in the middle for the clearances. So Riley. Oh, straight the man on the mark. Luke, back to Riley. Fend off on Petrenko. Under pressure now. Petrenko and Salt, I noticed they pushed up after that free kick, and they've applied plenty of pressure, and it's a free kick here to Ben Salt. After Aidan Riley won that free kick, Salt and Petrenko pushed up, and is this? No, you can't do that.
No, should have been 50 actually. He threw the ball away.
So, look like Lobethal going forward. Now Hahndorf are through Salt.
Yep.
So, out here's Cheney. Looks like he's moved forward. He's proven goal kick. We've seen he loves kicking goal. He's under siege. He gets it. It was Hayden. Toe pokes it forward under pressure from Bant, and the 2 number 3s going at it. Also coming in there, Hahndorf player as well. Ball held up right in front of the Hahndorf support staff. Game men out there as conditions. What temperature, Rob? If you can get a set and update here in the Valley of Praise.
Jump on the weather zone.
9 degrees. Meantime, here's a go for the Tigers through Timmy Jenkin. Got it out towards Scroby, I think it was. 1-on-1 contest out here on the wing.
Well done.
Who's going to win out? Well, it's going to go to Nick Ingram, and a bit of smooth moving work there. Finds Sam Hill.
Yep. That was all class.
2 goals this afternoon for Sammy Hill in the first half, as we said. Very good, though, of his creative play. And as I said, a guy who certainly made every post a winner and keeping in such a strong Hahndorf side. I mean, when you look at some of the guys that got missing this afternoon, the 2 Xander boys, because Cooper Hoff, Daniel Roberts. So she's a hard side to get into. So once you're in there, you got to cement it. So it's Hill, chance for his 3rd.
Nice looking kick.
It's a nice kick. It's just
it's a
faded
post.
away. In fact, it's hit a post. So
and just quickly, boys, 9.4, but it feels like 3.1.
Certainly does.
After being in Cairns, it feels like minus 3.1. But
yeah, you don't want rigor mortis to set in, Pistols.
So,
it is cold.
Giorgio, the squid, runs the ball out. Got support from Pring, who shoved off Nycamp. So long kick out here. Carter's a target. Put the Dukes up. Ball comes down. Taken well here by the Tigers. Here they go. Bampton under the target there. Takes the ball right in the cricket pitch area. So puts it forward to Jenkins. Stretches. Adds the Timmy Tractor variety. So Timmy Jenkins goes out wide. He's got Stafford, who's been very good this afternoon. Takes a mark. Got a pretty good mullet too, Goldie.
Yeah, he's maintained that
I
mullet.
wonder he didn't get the award instead of Charlie Cow.
A few have chopped theirs off, and he's maintained his look.
So, count round this way, that way.
Look at the hair.
Look at it, gets it flapping in the breeze as he goes towards the top of the square.
Good
They
kick.
come across, looks like it's Leak, is it? Yes,
Yeah.
Leak. Had his name all over it and a good intercept mark. Waste no time, goes out wide to Sammy Hayden in front of the scoreboard. Reached 10-7 to 6-9 final term 2021 Courier Cup final at Thomas Foods International Park.
Oh, Petrenko, great use of the body. Thought it was going to go out of bounds. Kick towards the wing and a good mark there. Elliot, I think it is.
Yeah, cramped up.
Oh, bit of cramping. I called a Blackwood player last week who was cramping, broken his leg, but that clearly didn't happen. Meantime, no, it was a terrible call on my behalf.
Chris Morgan style.
Yeah. Kick in the middle of the ground, taken by
Goldie.
Cooper Luke. He'll go with a low ball to Timmy Jenkins. Opens up his brother here if he's going to use him. He is. Always good to use your brother. Here's Mitch Jenkins, 1-on-1 versus Troy Parker Bores.
Now,
Kick inside 50. Brady Dorr, 1-on-3 over the top. Good spoil out towards the boundary line. Who's there? Dorr going in against Jens. Slaps him. And what's that?
Holding on.
Oh,
Holding on. Well done.
yeah, it's got scragged by Brady Dorr.
Experience
And
there.
we know those two get along well after last year's grand final.
Let's not go
So,
there, Goldie.
Matty Yench high kick out. Salt's a target, so's a Poling. Knocked forward by Hop. Good. Ground level.
Oh!
Courageously got the ball forward. Up the line. Here's chance for Timmy Jenkins. So the tractor just outside the 50 arc. They've got to be aware here. They're ganging up on Brady Dorr. So that means there's a couple of Tigers who are loose.
Yep.
Perhaps. Here's Riley.
Well,
accepting,
he knows how to think his way through a process.
He certainly does. He wanted better disposal than the
Carter's,
last one he had, though.
Carter's just saying out to my left. That's where he wants
So
it.
the boy from Illawarra.
Carter's saying...
Go high. The cavalry's there, chopping off. Brady Dorr's attempt, ball in there.
Purling.
Big tackle applied there. Happy to hold the ball in there for yet another ball up.
Goal here will be interesting, boys.
As I said, they don't want to get Brady Dorr conscious because there might be a couple of options as Hahndorf ganging up. So Ruckjewel, Matt Roberts gets down to Purling, gets a quick kick away, finds some distance. Gavin Omega's Lukey Roberts goes to ground. Oh,
Gone.
ragdoll
That is
tackled there
gone.
by Elliot.
Yep,
The
that's
ragdoll
holding
and
the ball.
Lukey. Lukey perhaps has had the best of days,
No, he
realises his
hasn't, no.
mistake, but Elliot quickly senses the moment. He's got a loose man out wide in Timmy Jenkins.
All right, here we go. This kick here. It's a packed forward line. No player outside outside Lobethal's forward line. Timmy Jenkins, can he go over the top of all of them? Well, he attempts to. Oh, I thought it was going over the line there. Meantime, sorry, it misread the whole situation, and that's held up about 15 metres out
Yeah.
from goal.
It looked like a Goldie. It did look like it was online.
Meantime, stoppage situation just outside the
Oh, here we
square.
go.
Oh, Bampton could have earned a free kick. Hahndorf's defence holding up.
So it's like State of Origin going for the try line here.
This is a sign of a good side if they can kick a goal from this sort of situation.
Hahndorf desperately trying to hold out the Tigers. Tap comes down there, double hip.
Here we
Taken
go.
around the corner there
Oh.
by Viney. Offline though.
Almost.
Through for a
Almost.
minor score. So both teams only adding a point since three-quarter time. 6 minutes just ticked over here. Sammy Hayden gets the resultant kick out here in front of the scoreboard. Reading 6-10 to 10-8.
Yeah, free kick.
Don't think the scoreboard's caught up from half-time.
Yeah, I'm a 6'10 as well.
It's reading
Yeah, it
6-19.
should be
not
6
It's reading 6-19. The
That would
Tigers
add a
almost
lot
be,
more tension.
they'd be almost in front. The kicking coach wouldn't be happy. So the ball comes back out here to Cheney. So the skipper just slowing down things for the Pies. Half-back flank area. They've only kicked one goal in the second half, amazingly, as he nurses the ball up the line to find Sammy Hayden. So Sam Hayden, half-back flank area. What's on offer? Hahndorf cross to Purling. The Stallion nurses it to Nicky Ingram, once again being very good this afternoon. He's got a loose man. They're starting to build on the outer King wing. Out here to Sammy Williams.
He's
Fumbles
been
it,
quiet.
grabs it. He goes backwards, finds Jens. Yeah, perhaps a bit of pressure applied on him by the Tigers has kept him quiet. Here's Nicky Ingram. He's been, as I said, very handy this afternoon. So Nick right in front of the broadcast King wing
Will he run
area.
out of bounds?
Will he run out of bounds?
Oh.
Nurses the ball up the wing. Lumbering crosses Lukey
Ah.
Roberts. And the ball carried past Stafford. So Lukey Dookie got
Just
the
about
mark here.
kick it from here, boys, with a big one, or is it top of the square?
Oh, a bit of a wedge shot.
Top of the square.
Top of the square. Petrenko over the top. Here's Mitch Jenkins.
Courage there. Stood the ground. Petrenko bearing down him, but the junior
Well,
Jenkins.
yeah, Tigers have proven they're right up to it today, except that second term when Hahndorf kicked 7 goals to 2. Other than that, oh, not the best kick. And that's gone out of bounds. That last touch, that'll be a boundary throw-in.
Nah, contested, I reckon, Goldie.
So, Hahndorf 10-7, Lobethal 6-10, not 6-19. 2 minutes gone in the... 8 minutes gone, sorry, in the final term here from Lobethal. Carter. Here's a run again. Jenkins, they're using it well. Giorgio kicks it. Not the best. I said they're using it well, and Jentsch is taking the mark.
So Matty Jentsch has got Nick Ingram. He decides to go short up here to Eckerman, who's been pretty good this afternoon on the goal kickers.
They've just slowed the game down,
Nicky
boys,
Ingram's
haven't they?
still vacant out here. Yeah, they're just playing the game on their terms now, and their experienced heads just getting back and cutting off any attacks. Here's a chance into the pocket, and
It's a good side for him.
Clear.
He's a left footer.
Xavier Parker Boz.
He'll probably come around and have a snap here.
So he'll be kicking right down the barrel here of
Left footer?
Dallas.
Oh, yep.
So he'll run around and try to
There
curl
we
it
go.
back. And I tell you what, that is all class from Xavier and Parker Boz. And just a goal you don't want if you're a Tiger supporter, because it just makes it a little bit more difficult to move on to, 11-8 to 6-10, I think it is. The Closey scoreboard here perhaps needs another battery in it.
Yeah.
So Parker Boz.
What a great kick.
8.5 minutes.
Just
Very
had the
tough goal.
answers when it's required, haven't they, Rob?
Yeah, they're good. They're just good. So, but geez, Loby's really put the heat on them, though.
It's only their second goal for the second half,
Yes.
boys, if you take that in mind. So,
Yes.
I mean, winning the equal share out of the centre, Loby, it's just that next kick into attack, they seem to let them down, but they've got to beat an experienced wall back there of Cheney, Perling and co.
Back in the middle, Hahndorf 11-7, Lobethal 6-10. Just don't want to let up here, Lobethal, and allow Hahndorf to go on a bit of a scoring run like they did in the second term. Braden Hopgood, long, strong. Over the back is Nightcamp, and it's gone through for a minor score. 11-8 now, Hahndorf, 74.
Jane and Indy, the stats in the early part of this term.
Cheers, thanks, Pistol. So 24-19, 2 kicks and 19 in favour of Hahndorf at the moment.
So there's a chance to break back in. It's Sam Hill. Grabbed an intercept there, and as we say, how to make you pay. So that's 2 goals virtually within a minute. That's probably turned this game
On its
well
head.
in the possession of the Magpies.
Yeah.
Make it pay.
Was that his third pistol?
His third, yeah. He's kicked one in the first, second, and now in the final quarter. So, as we said, Sammy Hill making every post to win as we go back to Jaden and Indy.
Cheers, thanks, Pistol. So, like I was saying, 25 kicks to 19 in favour of Hahndorf. 5 handballs each, actually, for both teams. So, but Hahndorf definitely putting a stamp on this game now.
So, back in the centre, Tigers.
Troy Parker Bors, would he be a smoky for the male medal? He's in great form at
Yeah,
the moment.
he's had a good year.
I tell you what, every time I've seen him play, I'm just impressed by his hard-nosed ability and his unselfish play, and sets up hell of a lot of
Not
goals.
even be a smoky. He might be right up the
He
top
might
there.
be up there because he played very well in the Karoonda game. Well, as the ball goes forward through the agency of Vine, he bouncing ball.
Oh.
Here's that man again that's still in, just gives it across to Hayden, who shoots out a handball to Ingram, who must be knocking up the votes today, I'd reckon.
They've gone up
so
to it.
Nicky, I tell you what,
Nick, that's just
give him a rap, and what we did, that was, yeah. So, Elliott, he's been pretty handy in defence, tried pretty hard. So Elliott, he nurses this one up the line, honours the lead there.
O'Loughlin.
O'Loughlin in the sleeves. So Josh O'Loughlin, probably the highest number in Hills A-grade football. I suggest, guys.
77.
Number 77, yep.
Yeah, the Sunset Strip man, he'll send it long. Door territory, held at the back of the pack. Ball comes down there and cut off pretty easy in the end by Lukey Roberts, who's moved up field. As I said, hasn't seen a lot down in attack this afternoon, but his extra height and defence is proving a bonus in this last term.
Yep. Out of this Tigers lineup, of course, big tall timber and Henry Voigt and Cooper Skinner, who hasn't appeared after he injured his finger, I understand. Jack Bampton wrapped up in the tackle by Xavier Parker Bors.
Throw.
Just gone up another gear, haven't they, Rob?
Yeah,
They've clicked
it's
from
exactly
fourth
in the
to fifth now.
Yep, exactly like they did in the second quarter, Goldie.
So Xavier Parker Bors kicked a beautiful goal just before on his left in the pocket. He's looking up towards that area right now. Goes with a low kick. Trace the bullet like to Sam Hayden, picked up by Timmy Jenkin. He's been good to Aidan Riley, over the top to Mitch Jenkin. Those three have been good. Kick forward, Rigby Barnes, handball over the top to Xavier Parker Bors. Off he goes. He's got a running Braden Hopgood for the Magpies in the middle of the ground. Long, strong, Georgia will take it.
So Giorgio, experienced custodian, in front of the goals for the Tigers, goes out wide. He's got a lead out there to Coach Fuller. Takes a very good contested mark in front of the opposing captain in Cole Cheney. So Matty Fuller kicked 2 goals in that third quarter comeback. Won a few more, raking left foot in towards the centre of the ground.
How about that?
It's taken by Timmy Jenkins.
Here he comes.
He's got a loose man here. Man O'Loughlin, the strip man, grabs it. He's got a paddock to work in if he wants to. Just nurses the ball forward to Door, and the big fella takes the mark. Had the option of Mitch Jenkins, gives it across to Timmy Jenkins. Must like him better. Puts it forward, but unfortunately slipping over there in the goal square. This Tigers play, and Hahndorf will wrap it up pretty easy. Williams, half-back flank area. Nurses the ball out wide to Hopgood, Braden Variety. Right in front of the King Pavilion. So Braden Hopgood. High kick, wing area. Pring versus Eckerman. Eckerman, big collision there.
Well read.
And that's a couple of Magpies down. Here's a foot race. Petrenko and Riley. Pig Dog versus the Pup. Who's going to win? Goes to ground, Petrenko. Great tackle by Riley. Cuts him off. Going to ground also is Jenkins. He's held off there, and I'll tell you what.
Holding the ball.
This could be.
Thought Trav was going to...
Could be... what's your decision? Whoa.
He chicken winged him. And
He did. But great desperation by all players there. So ball up. Fisted forward by Giorgio. Lurking is Parker Bowes. Socket forward by Giorgio. Timmy Jenkins under pressure. Tries to keep the ball in front of him. Parker Bowes goes to ground. Coming in to assist there.
That's
Maxwell.
one of those tackles, isn't it?
Sling tackle, perhaps a little jack.
Pushing the bat.
Well, something, anyway.
Unsociable tackle,
unlucky.
as they call it.
Unsociable tackle.
But the umpires certainly let it flow. Parker Bowes, Door gets down with greater height. Here's Hayden. Shrugs his way clear.
Time
Flicks
over.
that to Ingram. Grabs it magic with one hand.
Look
Then
at the vision.
caresses the ball forward. One grab, 2 grab. Coming in is Petrenko. Goes to the ground. Feeds it out to Zed Parker Bowes. He'll curl it back, but not enough.
High pressure there,
So
boys.
12-10, 6-10. So 6 goals straight. The margin here, 36 points. You think that'd be enough for Hahndorf to retain the Courier Cup?
Yep.
Once again, Goldie.
7th year in a row.
Yes.
2015. They won the first of the in a row.
Yep.
Meantime, here we go. Cooper Luke. Handball over to Viney. Unloads sort of a barrel. Inside 50.
Jensch
Punched there by Jensch. Allows Leak to mop up here. He's got Ingram, who's working up this wing beautifully at the moment. Takes a nice little diving chest mark in front of Brady Dorr. So Ingram, short pass to Perling. Perling towards Luke Roberts. He's unloaded a sort of a barrel inside-out kick, and it's gone straight down the throat of Mitch Jenkins, who drops it. Allows Nykamp to get a toe poke forward. Giorgio mapping. Set upon there by Petrenko and Eckerman, and he's not going anywhere.
He just got swamped.
I tell you, they just work so well for themselves, the Magpies, don't they? They get back and make a contest and support each other. Every time a Hahndorf football he's got an option to give the ball off. Ball comes out here, trying to get his way as Mitch Jenkins. Got a little Jackie. Jackie gets it across here to Timmy Jenkins. He's got space to lift the eyes and goes short out here and finds Lockie Ellsworthy making his return to football this afternoon after pre-season shoulder injury. So that's a positive. We'll get run in his legs. Bit undecided there. Decides to go short to centre. Riley. Contest there as he goes to ground. Taken out by Eckerman. Ball fed out there. Salt gets it forward. Here's Eckerman following up. Tries to nail it in the back net. Scragged there off the ball was Elliott, and Riley down. I tell you, we've got to hit him with a bit of 2B4 to hurt him. But he's getting to the ground now. So Elliott goes backwards across here to Jenkins. Misses the target. Hopefully this doesn't get dangerous. He's the last touch. Mitchell gets Jenkins gets it up the line. Pring finally gets out for the Tigers as the ball walked over the line.
Might as well put him on the lounge, eh? Riley wants to stay out there.
Well, boy from Illawarra, they beat him tough down there, as you know. So what have we got? 17 minutes gone.
These two sides, they'll meet most likely in finals. That'll be a cracker because this has been good sign for the Tigers. Hahndorf will win out, looks like anyway. Largely set up by that second term, 7 goals to 2. But the Tigers have been very, very competitive. Players still to come back into this lineup, including Nitschke and Henry Voigt. Of course, Cooper Skinner currently off the ground, so they'll be all right. Here's Sam Williams. Long kick. How's that?
Goal.
How's that?
Goal.
Just one by Nykamp.
One step bang.
That was a great shepherd in the goal square.
Yeah, Nycamp doing it all. So 17.5-minute mark. So Tigers loomed, but they've only added a couple behinds, one behind in fact since that three-quarter time when they trailed by 22 points. 3 goals to the Magpies has certainly sealed the deal here. But the thing against Lobey, boys, don't forget, they know they can beat
Yes,
Hahndorf.
they do know that.
Got
Pistols,
to take that
good
into
point.
account. So
Yep.
they'll take a lot out of today.
Yep.
And certainly Hahndorf will too. They've had they've had to earn their stripes so that this afternoon. But full credit, well-drilled machine, but just shows that they're a bit vulnerable if you can get on top of them. So back in the centre, Carter having a run in ruck, so is Parker Boz. Ball comes down here, bamped and at ground level, taken out there by Williams, got it to Parker Boz, does the ruck, then does the clearance work. Ball comes down here. Giorgio, intelligently off the ground. He got Lachlan out there. Can he keep?
Is that last touch?
Yeah, got to be last touch.
Right in front of the interchange gate. Unfortunately, the academy boy saying no. So
No,
there
touched it.
So there you go. So ball in right in front of the coaching box, and the Tigers 6-10. But I think Hahndorf got the chockies once again 13-10.
Ball shoveled out. O'Loughlin got it to Carter. Carter keeps it up the wing. Perling clips it on nicely. I think that was Rigby Barnes involved. Snap forward there by Hill. Off hands. Coming through was Eckerman. He's kicked 2 goals. Lights are on here from the Valley of Praise. And Sam Hayden's wrapped up in the tackle there by Ben Pring. Umpire Holmes says, I'll have it at the 20-minute mark. Hahndorf 13-10. Lobethal 6-10. Stoppage situation, centre wing, grandstand side of the ground. Troy Parker-Bors managed to get a kick away. Out towards Dylan Hopgood. What can he do here against Pring? Handballs into space nicely. Tried to set Sam Hayden a bit of an assignment, and that's toe poked out of bounds. Free kick to O'Loughlin for last touch.
Couple of final scores around the ground. Chris Shaw Accounting, Mortgage Choice, Closey's, GE Hughes Construction, Thomas Foods International. Macclesfield 6-8 have defeated Gumaraka 2-6 Goldie, so they might be 3 in a row for the Bloods. Well in the finals, mixed country division.
Yeah, they'll be.
And in Division 1, well, if you're a Ram, get around them.
No, they got up.
The first time, I think, in A-grade level, they've defeated Mount Barker 5-8 to 4-5. Bearing in mind they didn't score a goal in the first half. So well done there.
Yeah,
Reds.
well done. That was at the Dunghill at Summit.
So move them off the new complex out
Yeah,
there,
the
Rob.
new one, the mud pit.
So well done to Daniel Lackenby and moves them clear of bottom spot. And the Roos anchored to the bottom as the ball comes up here.
Oh, good.
Great pick up there by Grivell. Flicks the ball to Bert and gives it a run of Stafford. Gives it back into Viney, gives it back to the mullet man in Stafford, puts inside 50. Got a player out there on his own, stands his ground. Was he infringement? No, here's a feed out here to Maxwell. Can he get it? He's on his left, goes back on his right, high kick towards the scoreboard. Oh, and Fuller just using his body well to...
There's been quite a few passages of play where they've controlled the play.
Just held the edge out nicely there. So 2 experienced footballers and Fuller winning on that occasion. So on his left side here, Goldie, so it'll favour him. Will he run round? As we said, he's kicked 2 previously. And his third game for the year.
Looks like he's going to do the old, what do you call it?
Going to do the banana check
with
side,
the left,
whatever you want to call it.
Right near the scoreboard
the
here.
left foot.
Whatever you do, it'll be special.
Yeah, it's special.
And that's a great finish by the coach, Matty Fuller.
There's some good signs. There's some good signs.
Yeah, when you can sit on his 3rd outing for the day, for the afternoon, for the year, sorry. Get it right. Ellsworthy, his 1st game for the year, and as Goldie mentioned, a few to come back. So
no, they'll be right.
They'll be competitive. Tigers. So you don't win the premiership in July, but you do win the Courier Cup.
You do win the Courier Cup, and win that.
Jeffrey's presenting the Courier Cup, I believe.
Yes.
On behalf of the Courier.
Man of many hats. Jack of all trades, masters of none.
That's why he came back, I believe, from Cairns to present it.
Yeah, well, help out Uncle Owen.
Back in the middle. 23 minutes gone. Final term. I think Lobethal, have they won the second half?
It'd be pretty close to it, Goldie.
Well, it was 7-2 second quarter.
I think
anyway,
it was 9. It was 9-2 at half time.
I'll just see where the ball is. Meantime, Leake, he gets it to Hayden. Or Pistol's vacating their hot seat. He'll be back. Well, I think we're wrapping up everything. All right.
Yeah.
Carter kicked forward. And It's held up. 23 minutes gone, just since. So Hahndorf kicked 2 goals in the first quarter. Lobethal kicked the first 2 goals of the second term. And Hahndorf then went on a scoring spree of 7 unanswered goals to enter half-time, leading 9 goals 7 to 2 goals 5. Since half-time, Lobethal have kicked 5 goals, and Lobethal and Hahndorf have kicked 4. And here's an opportunity now for the Tigers to add their second for the final term. And it's a goal.
It's a beauty.
Timmy Jenkin getting his goal there. So that's evened things up for this term anyway, at the 24-minute mark with 3 goals for Hahndorf, 2 goals to Lobethal. So since half-time, Rob, Lobethal have kicked 6 goals to 4.
4. Outscored them.
So
Pistols goes out into the 3.1 degree.
So that's it's just like he's left the.
He has. He's just walked out on us.
So
anyway,
back in the middle, Hayden goes to Hopgood. Williams, 8 goals 10 now.
Good
to
handball.
To Hahndorf's 13-10. Kick inside 50 for Troy Piker balls, and it's taken by Mitch Jenkin. So it's a 5-goal ball game. 25 minutes gone, final turn. Jenkin kicks it to his brother, chopped out there by Braden Hopgood. Stafford around the action, held up.
Ball up again on the wing, outer side of the ground. Who we got going at it? Hopgood.
Here's Luke.
Luke at the back. Kicking forward. Rigby Barnes, was it? Yep. Well done. Comes out to Hayden. On to Parker Bowles. Kicks towards centre half forward.
Pring. And that's held up half forward line. Even the runner's wearing a beanie.
I saw that, Goldie. Pistols has got his on. Okay. Tapped down there by Carter.
Got it to Luke.
Pushed there on Stafford, is it? Free kick to Stafford.
I think Maxwell.
Yep.
That might be 50. Yep, it is. Eckerman slapped the ball out of his hands.
Mickey Taylor loves that stuff.
So that'll bring Maxwell within scoring distance for potentially the Lobethal's 3rd goal for the term.
Yep. Fuller and Jenkin kicked the other.
And since half-time, they've been good, even with Cooper Skinner off the ground, injured.
So, 6 goals to 4.
High ball into the pocket, and camping himself there in a nice position is Matt Roberts, just near the scoreboard, which reads Hahndorf 13-10, Lobethal 8-10.
Okay, Roberts handballs it off there to kick it to Timmy Yench. Matty Yench kicks it out towards Pring at half back, and a ball up. Once again, Mickey Taylor going in and grab the ball.
Just a reminder of those matches that Pistols mentioned. Macclesfield defeating Gumaraka 6 goals 8 to 2-6, and Nan defeating Mount Barker 5 goals 8 to 4-5. Meantime, Ben Pring snaps the ball towards centre half forward. Bampton's around the action. Over the top, here's Riley.
Riley, yep.
Riley. He'll have a shot at goal, will he? No, kick into the pocket. And there we go, full time. Hahndorf winning the Courier Cup 13-10 to Lobethal 8 goals 10. And we get Dallas will go shortly onto the presentation area.
Yep.
In the meantime, the lads are just tallying up their stats, so don't go anywhere. Dallas is going to zoom in on the Courier Cup presentation, but
grab the stats that matter,
they're just
boys.
tallying up. The boys are just tallying up their
Okay,
stats
boys, out to you with the stats that matter.
Yep,
Thank you, Rob. I'll start us off, of course. So the final hit-outs at full-time read at 37 to 43. Now, that's not a massive difference between the two teams, and that's certainly not where the game was determined. In particular, what I was looking for was the inside 50 count at the end of the game, because Lobethal actually did make quite a few advancements throughout some minor purple patches, particularly in the 3rd quarter, and well, a little bit of the red time in this quarter, but it was mostly junk time, of course. That being said, this game certainly deserved to be a 5-goal victory to Hahndorf. They deserve to be at the top, but I was quite admiring of the effort Lobethal put up today. I certainly think it's one of the better efforts we've seen against Hahndorf, and it could be a important stepping stone come finals time, and certainly if Lobethal want a chance to steal the cup from the current dynasty team, that's what they'll need to look at. In terms of the inside 50s at full time, as we're just trying to get them up here. So we've got 39 to 56 is the full-time inside 50s, and that's in favour of Hahndorf. A lot of that, though, came with some hefty advantage in the second quarter, where the inside 50 count was 16 to 8 in the quarter alone. And, of course, the centre clearances, there weren't too many for the game because it wasn't the highest scoring affair that we've seen Hahndorf play out this year, but still managed to get quite a couple on the board and, of course, win the centre clearance count. And that ended up being 15 to 13 in Hahndorf's favour. So nothing massive between the two teams, and certainly Lobethal have managed to narrow it up on the stats department. But yeah, as I said at the beginning of the day, and as I stand by at the end, I suppose it all comes down to really penalising those turnovers, and that's what Hahndorf know how to do best. And Lobethal will continue to learn how to do that as they approach the finals, and could certainly do some damage towards this team come finals time. But I'll take it over to Jaden now, and he'll give us some more in-depth stats.
Cheers. Thanks, Indy. So just the kicking count at the moment. So it was 52 to 50 in that quarter in favour of Lobethal. They also won the handballing count 18 to 16. They lost the marking count though. Hahndorf won that 22 to 19. The tackles, Hahndorf won that 32 to 30. So overall, the kicking count was 189 to 187 in favour of Lobethal. The handballing count 84 to 82 in favour of Lobethal. The marking count, believe it or not, 67 to 57 in favour of Lobethal. And in the tackles, it was 142 to 134 in favour of Hahndorf. So Hahndorf won that one. Just some record stats here, boys. So that is Hahndorf's fourth away win in the Courier Cup. As we look at the Courier Cup ceremony now.
Yeah, just got the presentation. We'll just cut into this. Pistols is down there. He's looking all right, isn't he, Rob?
Yeah, he's holding the cup. He's got his beanie on. He's having a chat on behalf of the Courier. So we should have mic'd him up, actually.
He's looking very casual.
Yep. And we've got...
Master of Ceremonies. Owen's there as well, holding the pennant.
Well, yeah, he can just hold it up.
And Pistols is coming in.
And we've got Cole Sheeny.
He's rugged up, isn't he, Jeffrey?
Yeah. He's just used to the hot weather in Cairns last week, mate. He's struggling, so he's getting the check out.
Is he?
He's getting the 500 out by the looks. He can't find it. Nah. It's
just a bit of wisdom here from Jeff.
Oh, and
Combe over.
Yeah, Combe over.
Nick Ingram.
Nick Ingram. Yeah, he was good. We thought Parker Bowles, but Nicky Ingram, well done. And now Cole Sheeny out there to hold the cup up.
Oh, it's good to get a bit of silverware, Rob.
Yep. And Owen handing over the pennant that goes in there. So no doubt Sheeny will have a few words, take the cup back to the Hahndorf boys, and the Lobie boys start trooping off. But yeah, good game today, Goldie. And just JJ, you want to finish off on the?
Cheers, thanks, Rob. So just clarifying some stats here. So that's Hahndorf's fourth away Courier Cup win since 2010. It's actually 6 straight wins at Lobethal as well. And also, it's the margin of 30 is the lowest margin since 2013 here at this ground between these two sides. So that was 10 points. So round 3 2013 was 10 points between Lobethal and Hahndorf here. And the margin of 30 is the lowest since then. And also, it's Hahndorf's first win in July at Lobethal since round 13, 2012. So there's a stat for you, boys.
There's
so
a stat.
9 years since they have won here in July.
That's
so
why
I'll
you're our
finish
boy.
off with that stat, Rob.
That's why you're our boy, JJ. So, good on you, boys.
Now we've got little tackers running on the ground, Rob.
Yeah, mini. What are they? Mini by the looks, under 8s or under 10s. So.
Charging on.
Yep. Always good to see that, hear the boys. So yeah, interesting.
I think that's us done, Rob.
Yeah,
I reckon.
we're just about done. So yeah, as the kids come over here, they're doing their stretches on the wing out here by the Dreammaker. Look at number 8. It's great, isn't it? Looks like who's that lad that used to play for Collingwood, Goldie? Matumba or whatever.
Oh yeah, Henrietta.
Yeah.
Oh,
With
there's
his
a mullet
hair
out there as well.
Yeah, isn't it great? All the kids getting involved. So
they love it. They probably, they'd like us to probably call this game.
yeah, they would. But look at the side. He's the skipper, 57, going out into the mud. Anyway,
All right.
Great game, Goldie.
Yep. No. These two sides will definitely play each other later in the year at some stage.
Yeah.
So most likely anyway.
Yep.
So,
and it'll be it should be a cracking final series with both of them in there. With Lofty winning today, that's gonna
looks like that
looks
opens
like
up.
it's going to open that right up. Nan are off the bottom. So it's all happening. Be interesting to know the Callington, the Bridgewater game. That'll be key.
Yep.
Your Adler just on their winning way, so they'll remain third. So it's really a tussle, isn't it, for third and fourth? Would think.
Certainly is. All right.
So, anyway,
I reckon we'll be done. Just a reminder, thanks very much to our sponsors once again: Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Hills, Chris Shaw Accounting, Closies,
Hughes,
GE Hughes Construction,
and Thomas Foods International. Now next week we're at Nan, so Hahndorf Nan at Nan.
Yep.
We will be live streaming and commentating the under-18 game.
Good.
People the
like
boys,
that.
JJ and India will be doing that game for us. So, plenty to go. And Nan having won a couple of games lately, hopefully, it's a good test. They're looking forward to it. Know that talking to Dan Lackenby during the week. So Hills footy is great. We're going to be doing the finals as well, so we've learnt.
Women's grand final.
Women's grand final, country grand final. So all locked in. So
and of course Wednesday night the Huddle, a sports show. So we'll have a few guests lined up. I'm sure, Rob.
Yep, and we can hear it all on lofty.org.au or 88.9 live stream. Call of the Wild on Saturday. Nan Facebook page, Hahndorf Facebook page. Good day all round, boys, and a good call from Goldie and Pistols.
All right, we're signing off.
Yep, as what does the great man say?
Keep on kicking goals.
Keep on kicking goals, yep.
All right,
and
thanks very much, Dallas and Jaden and Indy and
all the boys.
And Rob.
Goldie, and I think Pistols, he's gone into the bar.
All right, on that note, we'll see you when we see you next. Thanks very much.
Okay, cheers, mate. Bye.
Hi, it's Chris Gowans here, SANFL Hall of Fame member, and you're listening to the Vibe of the Hills footy on HFL Media.
Hi, this is 4 times Hills Football League male.
G'day, this is Tony Modra, and there is always plenty of top marks for the coverage of Hills community football here on HFL Media.
Hillsfooty.com, powered by HFL Media and Lofty, radio with altitude.